Welcome back to the Collective. This your boy Cody Morgan Schlag. To the left of me, I got Settle Montana.
What's up, man?
To his left, or directly across from him, actually, we got Yanni K.
Yo, what's up?
And we're missing the rest of the crew today, but the show goes on. So
Yeah.
Show goes on.
the show goes on. How you guys been? How was the little hiatus we had?
Feel good, man.
How's your guys'
was
break?
good.
You guys
Felt good.
get
It was
anything
nice.
done? You guys work on yourselves?
I worked on mixing and mastering, man.
Hell yeah!
That was the one thing I really tried to do in that time. It just kind of, one day I was like, you know what, dude? We have a bunch of stuff on the laptop. Fuck it, dude.
Yeah.
And I started doing it, so.
One of the best advice, like pieces of advice I ever got from anybody who does who mixes music is what he told me was, because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I know what sounds good, but I don't know what I'm doing. Like I want to understand what I'm doing. And he basically told me, he's like, nobody really knows what they're doing, honestly. Like when you're doing it, like everybody has their own style of mixing. Like
It's all your own personal
it's
sound.
like if you can get it to sound good, obviously there's levels and stuff that you want to hit and be at and stuff.
Yeah.
But like as far as it goes, a majority of mixing is just taste. Like, what's your taste? What do you like? Do you like a lot of echo reverb? Do you like a lot of ad-lib vocals, or chorus effects? I don't know.
Or
It's
just natural.
yeah, dude,
like
it's
a
super
natural
weird.
flow.
Once he
Yeah.
said that to me, I stopped stressing so much about
That type of
knowing what I'm doing and more so just feeling it. And,
Yeah, I could see that.
I'm pretty much at the point where I just want to get it to where it sounds crispy in my car.
Yeah. Well, you fools have also had a lot of trial and error too, bro.
Oh,
Real
yeah.
shit.
What
yeah.
I
You do the car listen. You're
Yeah.
that's
Well,
like
Because
your-
I have
yeah.
because I have
have to.
I have subs in my
Yeah.
car too, so it's like, and it's not a bad, because I think I have Bose all the way through, like for speaker wise. It's not a bad brand or whatever.
Bro, oh no,
But
that's
it's
clean.
like if it's crispy in my car, bro, it's gonna be crispy damn near everywhere else.
anywhere.
Bro.
Honestly,
No,
that's
I
the most
think-
important thing. Is the most important test, in my opinion, is the phone test. Just playing it on your phone, because that's when if somebody's scrolling,
Yeah.
that's the first.
Yeah,
thing
Off
that
the
makes sense
phone.
too.
So to me personally,
Holy
that's the
shit.
most important. If you can get it sound good on your phone, it's gonna sound good anywhere.
Yeah,
What I've noticed, as being in the studio, with you guys recording the live music and stuff, obviously I'm just kind of there to Rick Rubin shit, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
you can see that there's just layers of intricacy to making something sound clean, and it makes you appreciate a lot of the artists that have a clean sound. Like you're just like, damn, I know that there's a lot of work
that they're putting in the
yeah,
time.
so somebody behind this song has a lot of hours mixing shit. Is very. I think you have to be. I think what you excel at with that stuff, bro, is the attention to the detail. I think you too. I think you guys with specific things. I think you guys, it's easy for you guys to kind of if it catches your attention to something that's bugging you, you want to figure out how to fix it right away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I agree.
when I was going through and mixing and whatnot, I kept over EQing everything,
Same,
all
bro.
the voices,
Same here.
and I
What's
took his,
what's EQing?
So
What is-
equalization, basically. So when you record a vocal, so say I just record this right here and I'm talking, right? In this vocal right now, they're towards the low end of my voice, the bassiness of my voice. There tends to get muddiness and when you're, because obviously when you have a beat playing, your low end is your 808s and your bass kicking in the beat.
Okay.
And you want to be able to cut the low end out of your voice so that isn't those frequencies aren't clashing with each other, because it creates muddiness and makes it sound like shit.
Sounds like you're underwater.
So yeah, or not even that. It's just they just don't blend very well. So basically, it's a way to carve out frequencies so that way everything sits in the beat where it's supposed to.
You're hitting where you need to hit.
The frequencies, frequency wise, because the human ear frequency range is anywhere from 0K to 1600K or something or 16,000K.
Wow.
And that's the vocal, and that's in hertz, measured in, it's measured in hertz, and that's the average range of a human hearing. But the sweet spot is anywhere between 8K and 6 or 12K or whatever.
Okay.
And
Isn't it
that's the high end.
The higher is the higher voices too, then, right? The
Yeah, I
higher
mean-
part of it.
Yeah, I don't know. EQ is pretty simple once you figure it out. Same with compression, but it just takes literally you have to train your ear.
Yup.
That's the biggest thing, is you can't just walk into it as an untrained ear and expect to get the best results right away. It's just not going to happen.
No, I get that. No, it's been
Unless you're a fucking natural, but
it's been fun on this journey, man, for real.
it's a dude. My favorite part of it is making a song and then just going out to my car and playing it, and I'm like, oh, it's almost there, and then I'll go back in and do it again.
Dude,
fucking-
I've thought about just taking the Mac out to the car with me
and
then-
just mixing it in the
and just
car. I've
mixing it in
done
the
that
car,
plenty of
dude.
times, dude.
Well, like even like say like we're all on the road or something like that, right? We're going to you have a show with the Casanovas, dude, and like
We're just traveling,
and
shit.
we're just traveling and fucking we're just sitting in the car and I'm making a beat while someone's driving or you're making a beat.
on the speaker, and,
And-
we're all freestyle.
Yeah,
and shit.
and then like not even like recording, but like we
could.
it would be a shitty mic.
Yeah,
that's for
everybody
damn sure.
everybody shut up.
Yeah, for real. You have like the thick blankets hanging around.
You guys got
car.
somebody snoring in the back.
Yeah,
and
just
shit.
like, dude, yeah.
But like I'm just thinking
yeah,
like
everybody shut up.
we
Quit
could we
breathing.
could literally do a drive around day or whatever and just ride in the car and someone can just be mixing all fucking day.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
And then it's like we have everybody
Dude,
with attention
Mm.
like to detail or whatever and just someone sitting there like, oh, that doesn't sound good. Or, that sounds
doesn't
good.
sound
Have you,
right.
have you guys
Yeah.
seen that I think it's a YouTube page where it's called like Freestyle Cab or whatever, where they get in the like it's like an Uber, and then when you get in there, he offers you to like freestyle for a free ride or whatever.
That's tight,
And there's
dude.
and it always sounds dope. Like he's like a good engineer.
That's dope.
And yeah, there's a couple guys that get in the Uber and just fucking tear that bitch.
See, that's a
up,
cool
dude.
concept.
That's badass, dude.
No, but you were saying earlier, like with your trial and error with mixing, like you were over EQing things.
It sounded like you're like far away from the mic and it's like echoey a little bit.
So what that means is like I think you were taking too much of the low end out. Were you like cutting off a lot of that low end?
I wasn't even doing that. I think I was just because I was fucking around with like the presets that they have, just seeing how they sound or whatever, so I can get my ear for it a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I was putting too many of them on. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like there's there's one that was like male lead vocals that I was putting on, just fucking around
Because
with.
a lot of things too is you have to be courteous of the order that you have your plugins into. Like they say that you never want to compress before you EQ, because it fucks with. I don't know.
I've always done compression first and then I EQ it. So
I mean, I usually start with. So the first thing I start with usually is a low pass filter, which is like cutting off the low end.
just like a
Or
little
sorry,
slit.
cutting off the high end, and then the high pass filter is cutting off the low end.
Okay.
But I usually cut off like 100 hertz on the low end of my voice,
Mm-hmm.
and then I keep it around there. But yeah, I don't know, dude. It's just honestly,
trial
it's just,
and
it's
error,
just
man.
yeah, it's taste, dude. We'll figure it out.
I mean, we can't appeal to everybody though. That's what
it's like
that's
doing
what
a
sucks.
puzzle, dude. It's like doing a puzzle.
Yeah, for
I like
real.
it. It's like it's a brain teaser,
Dude, crazy that you say that because when I'm watching, because Renee loves doing puzzles,
Mm-hmm.
and her process, bro, is just it blows my mind because she'll do the whole border and start off like that and just get all the
yeah.
border pieces, and then she separates them into certain colors, and then does it like that, dude.
That's interesting.
It's crazy, bro.
I think I've only done one puzzle in my life, but I do like puzzles though. They are fun.
Well, she uses the puzzle glue, dude, and sticks them together,
and makes
we're
pictures.
hanging them up
Yeah.
and shit. You're like,
Well, that's what most people do.
I think that if you just have unless you're doing like 250 puzzles,
Bro, I-
250 piece puzzles.
I watched the video the other day. This lady, her daughter was filming her. She just finished a 5,000 piece
That's a lot of
puzzle.
fucking pieces.
Yeah, she finished it, and then her husband like fucking just pushed it off the table. Yeah,
I'd
dude.
be so pissed.
Oh, right
dude.
after she
I'd
she
be
literally she was about to put the last piece on, dude, and finish
just
it,
fucking
and he just
pushes
fucking
it.
pushes it.
Have
And
you
it-
seen that video of it's like it spans across this place, this family's house or whatever. It's like a world map or whatever, and it's just a straight line, dude, all the way. It's like the living room, dining room, fucking another living room, bro, and it just spans across the whole thing on the ground, dude.
That's crazy.
It's insane.
Do you know what's
bro.
crazy too? Is those fucking chain reaction things that people build. You know, when
Oh,
they push
bro.
a domino and it goes
It's
forever.
like wrapped around their house.
Did
like,
you
in
see-
their
have you seen that
backyard.
one
There's
that
a
goes-
So
bunch
tight,
of them.
dude.
Have you
I've
seen the
seen
one
it.
that like goes with like the basketball rolls down that thing, then it hits a block of wood and the block
Oh, yeah.
of wood falls and it makes the axe fall over and then the axe
those
chops
are-
this fucking string. The string lets go of this fucking other ball all that.
Those
Yeah,
are
dude.
honestly some of the smartest people, bro, because
Dude,
you
yeah,
have to
that's
think
like
about
engineering.
It's like an
You have
engineer,
to
dude.
think about
straight up,
exactly how the
yeah.
fuck it's gonna go together.
Can you
dude.
imagine?
Well,
like,
it can't even be. It can't be off in some instances.
well,
on
yeah.
some of those things. It gotta be perfect.
Imagine
bro.
getting halfway through it, and then all of a sudden, like, you have to go back and set everything back up because one thing didn't work. You know, how many times did they?
How many times did it take
try
that fool to
it? Yeah.
go through and do that? Yeah.
Like,
There's
it's
a lot
got to
of-
be like
there's
a
a lot of
month,
persistence with that,
process or
for
something.
Dude,
sure.
it's I remember back in the day I used to watch. It's on YouTube. It's called People Are Awesome.
Oh yeah,
And it's
people
just
are awesome, bro.
It's just,
Like,
it's just
cool shit.
random shit, dude. Like there's one where this guy is on top of
They do one for every year, huh?
Yeah, I think so. There's one where this guy is on like 2 big cylinder tubes or whatever. Just way the fuck. It's like an industrial area, and he jumps, bro. And it's got to be like 20 feet, 10 feet or some shit, bro. And he jumps up on the top, and there's no room for error because if he does, he's gonna fall off the fucking the cones or whatever the fuck they are. And it's like, dude, there's no room for error when you're doing that. I love skateboarding videos, bro. The street shit, like the vert's cool, bro. But it's when you're in the nitty gritty, bro, and you're riding around in the street, bro, and you're finding cool shit to do, bro. It's fucking that's the best.
Because
bro.
it's all creative. It's all creative.
exactly.
What's your
Yeah.
guys' favorite Olympic sport to watch? Like whether it's winter or summer. Like you have like a like
not-
because
oh,
I
yeah.
really like watching the bobsled racing, bro. That
real?
shit that shit's
Bobsled racing.
bad. Dude, they go so
They haul
fast.
ass.
I paid
Yeah.
attention to the.
They're going like 200 miles, dude.
That's a lot.
Think about that. That's
That's
crazy.
in those
like,
tubes, right?
No, that's literally some
Are
of
they
some
like
of them.
laying down or whatever?
It is like a
Yeah,
tube.
it's the same. It's
Gotcha.
like look like they're going down a water slide kind of.
Yeah.
There's some that are different. Like the bob. Like there's ones that are solo guys that do it that will run and just jump on this little platform thing.
Okay.
But there's also the ones where they're like that little car that the team will do.
Okay.
That they're all 4 of them will push and jump in.
That's badass.
Both of them are fucking dope watching because.
Fuck yeah.
Like, have you ever seen Cool Runnings? Like that's a cool movie to watch too. That's about the Jamaican bobsled team. It was the first Jamaican bobsled team to
The
make
Jamaican bobsled team. Whoa, that's
first.
what's
You've
up.
never,
No,
you've
I've
never seen,
heard of
dude.
that.
That's a
I've
cool
never
ass.
heard
You got to
of that.
watch it, dude. It's called Cool Runnings.
Huh? No, that's a Jamaican bobsled.
It was
team.
the first, and they won it, I believe. The first,
Wow,
the first
gold?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Holy shit!
I think.
Well, even if they placed, like even
Yeah.
placing in the Olympics, that's like, I can understand. Like, my thing with the Olympics, bro, is that like, it's supposed to be a thing that unites people together for under one common goal, world peace, and to play in competition,
represent your country.
to represent your country and play in good old fashioned competition. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then like as of recent, like I haven't really like felt it. Like I remember, bro. Well, I guess you know what? I watched the '08 Olympics. I think it was
The Redeem
with
team.
Michael Phelps, man.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, dude, Michael Phelps,
I think,
one of the best athletes of all time.
Oh yeah. What he won like
And he was
4 gold
smoking weed
medals,
the whole
3
time,
gold
bro.
medals
You-
or some
you
shit?
smoking weed
do you
the whole
remember?
time.
Do you remember the guy from Boise? That was he ended up taking his own life, but he was known for like the 720 spin in the Olympics. The skier. He
No,
was
no.
he was a famous skier from Boise, Idaho, who was in the Olympics. And dude, he had this famous move where he did like a 720 dude spin while flipping backwards and
my
shit.
gosh.
Like it was crazy, and he landed it twice, I think, and he won gold. But he was from Boise, and I think a couple years back he took his own life.
Wow,
That sucks,
rest
man.
in peace.
But he was
Wow.
a stellar athlete, stellar.
I know that one sport I
I'm
paid attention.
gonna look up his name.
I know that one sport I paid attention this last year was the basketball.
Yeah, you said you watched the
Bro,
whole thing.
Well, not because the games were going on while I was working.
Well, no, the U.S. is what I was.
Oh,
kinda
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
yeah.
But dude, watching Steph, LeBron, and KD all play together, bro, it's
Whoa.
insane, bro.
Have you seen the Netflix documentary?
Yeah, I don't.
Dude,
No, I don't think I
dude,
watched it
bro,
yet. Is
that-
it good or what?
What the whole world did?
Yeah,
go ahead.
sorry, Jarrett Peterson, Jarrett Speedy Peterson.
Jarrett Speedy
Okay.
Peterson.
He's
rest in peace.
1981 to 2011.
Damn, yeah. I
Damn, he
didn't
only
do
lived,
that.
he was only 30
30
years old.
Was an
dude.
American
young, bro.
American World Cup aerial skier from Boise, Idaho, skiing out of Bogus Basin.
Damn.
That's savage.
And
That's
bogus
rep-
isn't like
represent,
bogus isn't an easy. I mean, for some people that have done it forever, it's like they know the course. But
I love Bogus. I love Pomerelle too, though.
I've only gone snowboarding one time, and I sucked ass. And I told myself I'd probably don't ever need to do this again.
Dude, there's
So,
one. I'll tell you one
I've
time.
never been.
It's fun, dude. To
I
try
don't
it.
I don't have an interest in it. Like all the homies, like every single one of my friends, every single one of them have gone.
I love being on the water, bro. Like I love wakeboarding. I love kneeboarding. I could fuck around on wakeboard.
I'll tell you.
dude.
Oh yeah, like behind a boat and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I fuck with that shit. Yeah, I fuck with that.
Snowboarding is like, it's very hard on your legs, dude.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Afterwards, bro, like I'll be halfway down the mountain and my calves start cramping, like because you're using
Yeah.
your calf muscles.
You
the
gotta
whole
be
time.
you gotta be drinking water. Like
Oh,
a
100%.
Well,
motherfucker,
the
dude.
one you're kind of back to the topic of like the skateboarding, like what's admirable about those, bro, is you can have a guy that's has literally no fear, like
Oh,
literally no fear.
Oh, like that one homeboy who jumped off that gap, you know?
the fucking Ryan Sheckler
Yeah,
one. I
Ryan
think
Sheckler.
were we on the pod when we
Yeah,
were
we-
talking
we-
about
we
that?
talked
I don't know
about
if we were
that.
on the pod when we talked about
Yeah.
it, bro. Like
we talked
that's
about
a
that
perfect
kid
example.
fucking jumping over the staircase and fucking.
Oh, snapping the
Oh,
board!
God,
He's fucking ripped his
Ripped his gooch?
Yeah, he's
The
like,
fact-
I'm bleeding.
The
I'm
fact
bleeding.
what makes skateboarding so gnarly too is like, if you ever watched that TV show back in the day, Scarred, 90% of the people that were on that TV show were because of that fucking was skateboarding.
I heard some stuff from outside. That was my bad.
That
Keep going.
Yeah.
I was just saying,
Scarred.
like the what makes skateboarding so crazy is literally that old TV show Scarred.
Yeah.
like 90% of the accidents on there were skateboarders.
Well,
Like, there was
and-
also like BMXers and shit, but a lot of them were skateboarders who fucked
see,
up.
even
Even
BMX riders are crazy too, dude.
BMX
So-
riders are even to me is like imagine spinning that bike and then landing back on it.
There's
Yeah.
those two. To me, those two like you just like as a kid, dude. Like I used to skateboard and stuff like that, dude. But I just didn't have any ambition to like I didn't get the adrenaline that a lot of the homies did, like trying
Yeah.
to do some shit. Like, dude, still to this day, if I'm out and about, I'll think about like skate spots. Just like,
Like,
it's just
fuck, I could shred on
no,
that.
I'd be like,
or
oh
see
damn,
someone
that's a
shred right
fat
there.
gap, dude. Literally, when me and Charles stopped by here that one day, we walked out here in that slope you have right there. He's like, bro, imagine gapping this, and I was like, dude, like that's like a thing, bro. Like there's guys, dude. Like I just like remember growing up, dude, and we used to watch a lot of like I was a big like Plan B guy.
Yep.
So I was like a big Plan B guy, like almost like all these brands, and they do these skate videos, bro, and they're just a group of friends
You're just dealing.
That-
you're
that-
just dealing Plan B.
that got together under one common goal just to skateboard, fucking laugh, have fun, and they pulled out a camera and they're catching them doing some sick shit.
Yep.
Like that
Dude, I-
concept of it is wholesome, bro.
When
Like,
I
they're
was-
not doing it for the money.
When I was in
know?
high school, dude, one of my friends, fucking, his name was True, and his brother Caden. They were both really good at skating. They made like a skate montage video.
Montages, yeah.
Yeah, in Glens Ferry, and it was dope, dude. They were like doing gaps and shit, and like olling
Yeah.
out these gaps, and it was just cool to watch. It was like the first, like, cause you know, like back in the day when we were young, somebody posted a YouTube video. You're like, oh fuck, you're on YouTube,
You're on
bro.
Yeah, for real.
You're on YouTube.
Yeah.
So we were all watching the shit
Yeah.
out. Like, you had like 1,000 views the first day. Everybody's
That's
watching
crazy,
that shit.
dude. But it's like that's just like the homegrown shit, though, too, dude. It's like,
Yeah.
like you've
That's
always.
how Rob Dyrdek started, bro. He just started posting clips and shit and
Dude,
doing
now
competitions.
that fool's got a few different TV shows and shit that he's done, bro.
He-
like,
dude,
Yeah.
have you ever like like looked into Rob Dyrdek's like mentality, bro?
Dude, there
We
was-
talked
there's
about
a
him that
video-
one time.
he's one of the most level-headed motherfuckers out there, bro.
there's a video, bro, where he plans out his day from the moment he wakes up
Wakes
to the
up.
moment he goes to
I
bed.
think we
bro.
talked about. I think because you fools, I didn't know this. And
And,
you guys told
dude,
me
he was
about it.
like-
Dude,
He everything he does is like it's structured.
documented,
There's
bro.
structure. yeah.
he evaluates his feelings for the day too. Like if he's feeling sad or happy or whatever, he'll sit down and write why. Like
That's badass,
isn't that
though,
crazy? Like he sits there and takes notes on like why he's not or why he's in the mood he's in.
That's
or
just gonna
whatever.
make you a better person overall, though, dude.
Do you know the awareness that you would have to be as well off as somebody like that, but still
have morals and stuff.
have morals and be human? Like I think that's what a lot of things
Yeah, dude,
a lot
and
of people get like twisted. Like last night, 7-7, 9, dude. Like if dude that right there, bro. It would have like that's an example of like
a little background to the listeners. Last night, me and
Oh, yeah,
me and
yeah.
Seta were playing blackjack, and if you hit 3 7s in a row, so like if you go 7-7 and then
flop
and
seven,
and
then
then
the
you
second
hit again,
turn
and then you go
7.
7 again, so you get 21. 777 is the ultimate jackpot, so we
Yep.
would have won $242,000.
God damn.
And
Dude, we flipped a 9.
We flipped
bro.
7
7
and
flipped a 9, dude. My legs were weak, bro.
Dude,
like my
like-
legs were literally weak.
You got like
dude.
a 7.76.
Yeah.
Oh man, oh.
That would be so hurtful. I mean, we
Dude.
still would have won the hand,
Bro,
but
there's some guys doing. I mean, we were talking about it last night. Like, there's some guys on there that'll do $500 hands, bro, and like they'll say no.
That's disposable money.
But
though,
oh yeah,
dude.
but they'll be sitting at that table like it's nothing, man. You know, like I mean, last night, dude, we were doing $100 hands,
we got up-
$200 hands, $50
last night we got up
hands.
to
we were getting down.
We got up
bro.
to $495 off of $100 last night.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and then this fool is the slot guru, man.
Dude, we hit the
I want to
jackpot.
see you on real slots.
Bro, we hit the jackpot on slots 4 times last night.
Yeah,
damn.
yeah.
I'm
Kills
telling
me,
you, bro. I'm
dude.
telling you. I know it. I know.
No,
the
we were
game.
chilling. So for people to listen, we're sitting on the couch and Cody's to my right, and I'm sitting there. We're watching the games. The fights had just got over, and this fool was quiet. And you hear, "Oh, bro, I hit," and he shows me a screen, and the shit's just going up. I was like, "Oh shit!"
I turned $20 into like 140 right there. So I hit it.
lost it all?
I hit. Yeah, then me and Seth did right, and then we all started going
Yeah,
again. So everybody
yeah.
put 20 in.
Well, no, it was how it started. Was funny. It was just like because like
we had just lost our
Yeah.
money on blackjack,
Yeah.
so we lost like $95 on blackjack, and we were like, "Fuck it, guys, what are we doing? Let's step back." And I was like, "Hey, what if we? What if
Let's
we?
go
I was like,
step
what,
outside
I was like, what if?
and
I was like,
buy-
what if we
Cody's
just
like,
take?
"Hear me out."
What if we just take $20 and do $1 spins? If we hit, we hit. If we don't, then we go back to blackjack. Everybody's all, fuck.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about
everybody was
now.
all, no, and we were all like, no, fuck.
So this is when we were
$20.
up. Like we were up, but we were losing a little bit.
Yeah,
like, but we
dude.
were up already.
Yeah.
And this fool's like, take $20, and I'll admit it. I'm like, bro, no, man, we're hot on blackjack. This fool's like, no, so we go, we're waiting. It was like what?
Yeah, and then everybody was like, finally, like, all right, let's do it.
The
Let's fucking do it.
$20, like almost at the $20
we,
mark.
We got down to
Yeah.
$3 left
Yeah.
of the 20, and then we hit like a $12 spin, and so we got like $12 back. So we're back up. Then we spin like 3 more times, and all of a sudden we hit the power play, dude. And then all of a sudden that bitch just keeps. We won 105 off it,
Yeah,
like
105.
106.
Yeah.
All right,
off
let's go back to blackjack.
Yeah, and then we went
Yeah,
back to
we went back to
blackjack.
blackjack.
Fucking lost it all.
We're playing roulette. I mean, dude, how I always explain it is like, ever since, I mean, dude, let's think. So we started doing this together as a group, like football season. We started playing like blackjack and stuff like that, you know, having fun, gaming, whatever. Well, you know, like there's plenty of times where we've put money in and it's just gone.
Yep, I agree.
But then there's times that you go on a run and you go on a heater, dude, and you get up, and then it's just easy to just go off the rails. See, like I was fucking around with you earlier. I'm like, me and Carson in Vegas at a casino would not be good.
would not turn into the
Dude,
hangover.
this fool's a mentality, bro. With how I enjoy gambling. He literally last night he's like, dude, fuck it. He's like, I'm not here to fucking sit here and wait. I want to find out if I'm gonna win or not. And I was like,
yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, no, I
Dude,
mean,
no.
yeah.
Here's another clutch moment, bro. Is we got down to we lost a $200 hand, or no, we lost a $100 hand.
$100 hand.
And so we're down to $200, and everybody was like, "Fuck it, what are we gonna do?" And I was all, "Fuck it, guys, let's do
just do
$200." I was like,
$200.
"Let's do a $200 hand." Everybody's all, "What?" And I was like, "Fuck it, guys, let's do it right now." And they're like, "Do it, fuck it." And so we did it, dude. 200. Fucking
Oh, you
21.
flopped.
21.
No, you flopped. So we flopped a 10.
Yeah, 10.
First
a
turn.
queen.
Came back around. We flopped a 6. And the dealer was 8. So the face card was an 8. And you're assuming he's got a 10. So he's got
Yeah.
18. So you got to hit.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't hit. Cody's like, fuck. Oh, I hit. And I was like, fuck, dude.
Flip 5, bro.
Boom, 21, bro.
dude.
So I know that when you do it, like you hit, it's not 21. It's you win your money back plus.
Plus a little more.
So- double, right?
blackjack. So there's
But
20,
then if
there's
you hit
hitting
21, is it your money back and like it's double plus like half of that, right? Like
So
one and a half?
so 21 hitting a 21 hand. Blackjack is where you hit 21 off your 2 cards, black and ace, or like 10 ace 10, however
yeah.
it plays out, right? But if you go through and say you are 12, you have a 12 and you
hit a
hit
9.
and you get a 9, you get 21. It's just a standard hand.
Oh, okay.
See, blackjack is off rip.
Okay.
21 is like if you hit 21, like the
It's just like
worst.
regular
At
loot.
worst, you get your money back. Is essentially what happens, right?
Okay.
But dude, there'll be times where Dude, you can. I mean, there's been plenty of times.
We watched last night. We watched a guy flip a 2, flip an ace, and then flip like 4 other cards, and then the last card flipped again, flipped a fucking 21.
like a 7-card room.
God
It's like,
damn.
dude, like hitting. Like it was like there had been like 2 or 3 aces in there.
Yeah,
Because
dude,
just
it was
like it was like
crazy.
going up.
Weird because it's only one.
Yeah,
If you can,
yeah.
if it
Dude,
doesn't go
If
past it.
however it affects you, they'll always get you. They'll
There were-
always keep you alive, depending on how close you are to that ace.
There was also a time where we were at 17, and we were like, "Fuck, let's hit it." We were like, "Let's hit it." But I went to hit, and then our turn
Yeah.
fucking went, so we didn't get a hit. The next card that was flipped was a fucking 4.
Damn.
We would have had
dude.
21 again.
But last night, truthfully, like what I was explaining, so we did a ticket. Like these we took intermission. We lost. We took an intermission. Got some beverages, whatever. Me and I'm talking to Cody. I'm like, bro, so we had 375, and I'm like, dude, why don't we just take 75 and let's put together a ticket. That way, if we blow this money, we're still alive tomorrow, which would be today, right?
Yep.
So we did that. Thankfully, we
Yes.
did that. So
and then we made our money back right away.
oh, then we made our money back right away, and we got up to like 475, and then it just went off the rails, dude.
We just
I
got
mean,
too greedy. We started doing colors. That's what happened.
Speaking of that,
Let's just say that I got a text because we were supposed to start a little earlier,
what did I say, bro?
and
what did I say?
I get a text today,
Let's go, bro. Let's
and Seto wasn't in bed yet, and I get a text and said, "Damn."
We got Michigan State in that
He's
game.
like, "Yeah, I think we're gonna need to go a little later than 9."
Yeah.
and I was like,
Dude,
well,
honestly,
what the fuck, bro?
I was dead asleep. I woke up at like 9:30, 9:45, and then I saw you guys talking.
you guys
I was
need to
like,
go to
yeah.
bed earlier, man. You guys stay up
Whoa,
too late.
whoa, dude!
I
What
was
was
gonna wait
funny
for you
is
guys
we
to
were
wake
sitting
me
here, and it was Carson or somebody had mentioned, "Oh, it's daylight savings time," and I'm like, "Oh,
So do
fuck.
we lose an hour? or-
Yeah, we lost
So
an
we
hour.
literally went. It was
when it turned 12, it went to 1.
no, it was 155, and remember because your bank was doing the update thing.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I could.
If his bank didn't do an update, bro, who knows how much longer we would have went because
Yeah.
we were about to go back in.
Yeah, I tried to because
Everybody was down, bro.
Everybody's-
Everybody was down to go right back in.
So you guys would have been until like 4 or 5.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, if we were there, you can't walk away. bro.
everybody
You can.
no, when you're on a heater, you just can't. You
No,
know what
you
I'm talking
can.
about.
Everybody sent me their money basically, and I was trying to send it to Bitcoin to buy Bitcoin,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
my bank wouldn't let me purchase anything because they were updating their system.
I'd be pissed.
So I couldn't even.
Yeah.
I couldn't even send I couldn't even send their money back to them. So
Yeah.
everybody was all, "This motherfucker's fucking cheating, fucking cheating us out of our money."
The funny part, the funny part was this was like, I think was it Reagan that said it or Carson was like, dude, we're 5 minutes from 3 a.m. and I was like,
Oh,
fuck,
Reagan's.
dude.
I'm pretty sure.
and you guys are just like,
Dude.
well, we have to do the pod.
So it was like
tomorrow.
1:59 and then it was 3 o'clock. And
Dude,
it's
I was
like,
all falling
dude,
asleep on the
holy
couch.
shit!
I fell asleep
bro.
on the couch last night.
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
I woke
for
up.
sure.
I woke up at like 8 a.m. and went to my room.
Dude, I can fall asleep on the couch so easy, bro. At the
Oh, dude,
crib,
same.
bro.
There's a different sleep between sleeping on your couch and in your bed.
Dude,
bro.
my favorite
100%.
couch is
it's
my
not as you don't get as much sleep.
No, but
you
it's-
sleep
it's-
my
way easier.
my leather couch back at home, bro. The one that I used to have at my old house. God, dude, that is the brown bomber. When you fucking lay
the
on
summertime
that thing,
or what?
When you lay on that thing will knock you the fuck out, dude. It'll fucking punch you right in the jaw.
with the warm weather kind of coming up and stuff like that, man. Like, dude, there's something about like cold house after a long day, dude. You just get a little shut eye. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Then you just wake up and
You
you don't feel 100%, but you're damn near. You
Dude,
know what I'm saying?
I can't take a nap, bro, after work because then I won't fall asleep. No matter how much time it is, bro.
Yeah,
I
I'm the
can't
same
fall
way.
asleep
I'm the same
that
way.
night, bro.
Bro, you see, like if you go to work, like if you're working all day and stuff, dude. If I get off work and I pass out and I wake up, dude, I'm up all night.
Oh, yeah.
I can't go back to bed.
I had a topic I wanted to bring up that I wanted you guys' opinion on.
Yeah, well, don't fucking do it.
Well, why didn't you just
Well, hey, well, we don't really give a fuck.
What's up? What's
hold
your
your
topic?
horses? It's like zip it up, throw it away, get off my stage.
Get off my stage. He said, "Well,
off my
he
stage.
said, well, what did he say? He
My,
said,
my baby shot my uncle and my daddy beat my brother. Whatever he said.
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, but did you guys see the video that Casey Anthony posted?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, we could dive into this
Because that blew me away. Honestly, I was like, how? How is this?
So,
dude
do you
just-
know who Casey Anthony is?
I think
She's
I
the one
read
that-
a report that she like had her daughter missing or something like
Yep.
that, but didn't report it missing for like a month or some shit.
Yeah,
so 30 days when she didn't report it.
basically her daughter, like
So
the
fucked.
story that she
to
gave,
party.
Yeah,
by the
it's
way,
fucked.
to
The story
party.
that she gave was her daughter fell in the pool and drowned, and that she was like scared, wasn't she? That
So
she,
it was-
she didn't know she didn't know what to do, so she fucking basically wrapped the body up with duct tape and shit, and went and disposed of the body.
Jesus
And then
Christ.
went on a month bender of just partying,
Yeah.
getting tattoos and shit.
So
and,
her daughter actually like died then.
yes,
killed-
but,
she
but
killed her
th-
daughter,
she killed her daughter.
She
bro.
and it's like
She
it's
beat it in
crazy.
court though.
It was 2008.
What?
The state
Yeah.
of Florida. The state of Florida failed.
They
the
fucking they fucked it up, bro.
I can't remember the kid's name. It's damn Buster Hart, bro. I can't remember her name. But no, it's her mom. She posts on TikTok. She's like, I'm gonna be recording my journey as a legal
was
consultant
Kaylee.
to the LGBT. Kaylee Anthony. Rest in peace, man. The grandparents, man. I remember vividly as a kid, man, because it was all over the news. I don't know if you guys know Nancy Grace. Do you guys know Nancy Grace?
It sounds familiar.
The old lady that's always like following like the crime, like crimes and stuff. She was up at U of I for the U of I murders.
Oh,
and
yes,
shit.
okay, I know who you're
They
talking
hung
about.
up that blanket, was like fuck Nancy Grace, whatever, for coming and like glorifying this murder type thing. Like it was kind of a big deal.
If anything, it's fucking getting more eyes on it, dude. Like
I
know
see
that-
I see both sides of
Yeah.
like if you're
It's
if one of us had a homie that died, bro, in a tragic murder like that, dude, and then the news and
then
then
you
like TV personalities outside standing outside videoing
acting
it.
like they knew him,
acting
and
like they
shit.
knew the
Yeah,
shit,
no,
and they're
I
getting
get
into
that
it. Like
part. I
I
get
no,
that part.
so I understand why the students did that, is because it's like, let it breathe, bro. Like if you want to report on it, why do you got to go there? Like why do you
Yeah.
have to go? Why do you got to be right outside there? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get
But
that.
but Casey Anthony is is a legit evil woman.
She's a narcissist too. Like
Extreme level of narcissism.
The fact
yes.
that she doesn't even like, she believes that she didn't kill her.
The fact that she's okay with pulling out a phone and posting a video saying she's going on TikTok, and I'm proud of social media.
You know what's
for
crazy?
sure.
She's saying she's a legal advocate
She's
now
for the
Like, fuck, that's like,
LGBTQ
fuck that, dude.
community. Is
No,
her thing. their outlet.
LGBTQ plus.
the thing that makes
WHID, there's LNLP, yeah.
the thing that makes that like even worse is the fact that the justice system, the actual legal advocates, they fucked up.
Yeah.
They failed,
They-
bro.
they failed.
They straight up failed, bro. And I mean, obviously, there's people, dude. There's everybody's got bad days, dude. But there's just certain things that you just can't.
She was banging her lawyers and stuff.
Yeah,
that way
yeah.
she could like that way they fought like really hard for her. Like they were definitely trying to win. Like, you know
Well,
how
there was
crazy- you know how the-
rumors that
you know
she
how
was in
there's-
cahoots with her lawyer. I don't
Oh,
know if
dude,
it
she
was
was.
true.
No,
I think
it
I
is
think it
true.
is true,
It
but I
is
don't know
true.
if it was like proved in court. Or, you know what I'm saying?
So in the podcast I listened to, they're called Morbid. Shout out to Morbid.
Did they do an episode on Casey Anthony
you
just
You
recently?
ladies are awesome. I love listening to your podcast. But they
Oh,
did,
that's the True Crime Chicks.
yes,
Okay, that's right.
and they're
okay.
awesome. But they did one on Casey Anthony, and they went into detail on basically. What were we just talking about before that? Sorry, I'm losing.
Casey
my train of thought.
Anthony.
Yeah, but what was she doing?
Banging her attorney.
Banging
Yes,
her-
yes,
banging
sorry.
attorneys.
Yeah, they went into detail, and yeah, they said that there was like they were like banging. There was like messages and shit between them. Because
Oh, so
obviously everything.
so it's documented.
yeah, like
Okay.
everything.
Wow.
Everything came to light that she was like sleeping with her lawyer to make sure that the lawyer was gonna
Well-
fucking actually fight for her. Because sometimes you might get a lawyer that knows you're guilty and just says "fuck you, bro." Like,
Well, you got to admire to a certain extent the balls it takes to take on a case knowing that the person you're defending is a piece of shit.
Oh yeah,
But
bro.
but in the all fairness, to keep our democracy, they bite the bullet and they do the hard shit.
yeah,
Like that's literally what their job is to preserve the rights that we have and make sure justice is served in the proper manner. So like for me with this Casey Anthony thing is that girl would have been a late teen in her 20s.
the kid
know what?
that died. Or
Yeah,
whatever,
man.
okay.
Because this was what 2008, I think, something like that.
So why is it
2008,
all
2000
getting brought to light again right now?
Because she posted on TikTok.
because she's trying to
Dude,
cut-
she's literally in her car and she's like,
she's trying to use her fame for what she did that was wrong,
but the
and
shit,
trying to
yeah,
make light of it.
but the
Oh
shit
my
that was
God,
fucked up
okay.
is the way that she comes about it is that she's this like normal human, like that people just forgot what she did, and
she got
one of
bashed
the
like a motherfucker.
oh my God, bro, I have not been that proud of social media to do something like that.
It's crazy, dude, because social media,
Like,
too,
dog, they
is-
straight up like nixed that. Like, there's like straight up was like, they're like, no. There was a girl like that did a remix of the video, so like she's like recording her face on the video, and she's like, the fact that you're breathing when your kid, you took your kid out, and you think that just because it's 15 years, 20 years, whatever it is now that's gone, that we're gonna forget that. Like that's like you're evil. Like you're evil.
That's fucking Satan.
But
you know what?
Satan. I straight up think straight up think she's a spawn of Satan. I'm serious. I'm not trying to get all religious and shit, but that's an evil bitch.
Do you also like what
she's
like,
a see you next Tuesday.
What blows my mind is there's people in the comments that are like, I think everybody's forgetting that she was acquitted. And it's like, yeah, she was acquitted, bro, but so was OJ. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Yeah.
I mean,
I with him with her though is it's very clear that the justice system failed that family.
all day,
dude. I feel bad for the parents, bro. Like the parents,
the grandparents,
yeah, because they loved kid, bro. There was like they loved that.
That's what I was gonna say. Is I vividly remember on TV like them like getting interviewed. Like I remember it.
well, dude, that's probably their only grandkid too that they had, right?
I think so.
Well, she was really young.
You think that like a parent's love is something, bro, but then you get like a grandparent's love, dude, and it's unmatched, bro. Because it's like that's the spawn of their spawn, and it's like, dude, they're gonna do whatever the fuck they can to make sure that kid's provided for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then, but if you think about it, is that to build off that is grandparents love their grandkids and stuff, but then you come to realize that your daughter
is a monster
that created your beautiful grandbaby is the one that took her last breath.
She's a fucking monster.
There was blood.
Did they shun her afterwards?
So what was fucked up is there was blood in her trunk. There was blood in her trunk, and she said that
the skull was wrapped in duct tape.
Yeah.
What the
She
fuck?
wrapped
I
the baby's skull in duct
think
tape.
I think she died from blunt force trauma. I want to say like
And
there's-
She was still
and
alive when
and
she was
drowning,
drowning
too.
or whatever. She was still alive whenever she got pulled out then. And then that's some fucked up shit, dude.
Yeah, dude. The whole thing is.
Let's go
fucking-
find her.
hold on.
Seriously, honestly, the fact that people like her and like George Zimmerman are walking around still blows my mind.
So on July 5th, 2011, a jury found Casey Anthony not guilty of first-degree murder, aggravated child abuse, and aggravated manslaughter of a child, but guilty of 4 misdemeanor counts of providing false information to a law enforcement officer. With credit of time served, she was released 12 days later.
So she did 12 days for that.
No,
she was
did-
in prison. She was in jail for
county.
the duration of the trial,
Oh, okay.
for sure. But like, there's a on the topic of crazy bitches, that Lori Vallow.
Oh, dude.
She just did an interview. Somebody in my story posted a video of the interview that she's doing, dude. And like, there's people like, I vividly remember being told by like a family member is like, if you just see somebody that's just got doll eyes, like there's no emotion, bro.
Dude,
there's no emotion behind certain people's eyes, dude. If you look at it, dude, and you just see it's just blank, it's just they're just stone cold, right? You have that chick, bro. If you can just go look at her, just watch
Look at
her
the guy
talk.
too. The guy too.
Yeah,
One of my ex girlfriends was a jury on the jury for that case.
Man,
Yeah, she said it was crazy.
Well, dude, I feel like just being
Because
being in jury for any case would be fucking nuts. But then you get one of those, dude, and it's
yeah.
like,
well, because
fuck,
you don't
man.
know. So say you get served jury duty, you go to the courthouse, bro, and you're walking outside, and there's every fucking news outlet in the fucking valley, and even more.
So when you're on jury duty and then the news like that,
No, you can't talk to
they
anybody.
can't. Well, no, they can then. They'll try and talk to them, right?
They'll try to, but you can't say anything.
Gotcha.
Shit.
Okay.
You don't know nothing.
You like
like,
if you
no
if you
habla inglés.
dude if you say anything
real.
you can be charged for perjury.
Yeah.
It's not perjury.
Well, no, it's tampering.
Tampering.
like
tampering.
jury tampering.
You can't even say nothing.
You
dude.
can't even
Like,
talk to you can't even tell your spouse, bro.
You can't say nothing
you
about
can't say
nothing,
anything
bro.
about
You
anything.
swear under God.
Like as soon as you leave the chamber, you can't talk about it.
That's crazy.
And even if it's a guy stealing fucking dog food from Walmart or some shit, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like you can't. It's nothing. No matter the severity of what it is. Like, I was gonna say something.
Remember, there's that one guy that was that murdered that one dude at Walmart in Mountain Home,
Yo, I remember
and
that.
that was a big case too.
Oh no, sorry.
His last name was Riggs.
Yeah. I went to school with his son.
His son
I
went to
think.
Glens Ferry afterwards.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I know what you're talking about. The old
Yep.
lady got killed at
Yep.
Walmart.
Yeah, By his
Bro,
last
I
name
remember
was
that
Riggs.
fool. That fool used to be walking around the skate park a lot.
I thought he was a.
around the pool and
I
stuff.
thought,
in
I,
the
thought he was,
summertime.
I thought he was related to my homie Jack, because Jack Riggs.
Oh,
Because the
shit.
guy's last name was Riggs. So I
Oh,
was like,
okay.
bro, I was like, do you know this dude? He's all, nah, no relation,
He
bro.
said, "Fuck no."
He's yeah, fuck, no relation.
He's like, fuck.
God, dude,
That's
fucking
my uncle.
My uncle's
No,
crazy.
with like jury tampering and stuff is like what? That's how the mob got off a lot.
Oh yeah,
like every time.
Oh, just go
That's how the-
find one of them, bro, and then
If you find
and then
one.
if like, because it goes to a certain point to where like, oh, that's fucking dishwasher.
Oh, here, let me go turn that off.
But no, it gets to a point where like, if you have one guy that's inconclusive,
I think you're good, bro. I think
like
you're good.
if he's like, oh well, he's not guilty, and he stands on that, and they can't. Does it have to be a unanimous decision in?
It has to be
majority rule.
Majority rule. It's or no, there's another name for it.
I thought it had to be unanimous.
I think it actually does have to be unanimous.
If there's one uncertainty, it's that you can't
There's
come
no
to an agreed
conclusion.
conclusion.
But if you get one of them that just is opposite of that, bro, then it's like, okay, then it's gonna be a mistrial.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So-
or that's like like a hung jury or something. There's a word for
Bro,
it.
we're
I'm butchering
going
it.
we're going through the Sopranos still.
Stalemate.
We're on the last season of it, bro. But that shit is same shit, bro. They're all the mob is crazy.
Do you know what's
bro.
crazy is how
Intricate.
Oh, dude,
fucking.
yeah.
Do you know what's crazy is how Ted Bundy fucking became his own lawyer during his case. Like that's wild. Thinking about that,
You just fire your guy, like I'll fucking.
he
handle it
did.
from
Like
here,
he
dude.
literally told him to fuck off, and then started like basically standing up and cross-examining. Like,
See, that's a
as
level of
himself.
that's a level
That's
of
crazy.
crazy that's different, bro.
but the thing was he was going to school for that shit.
where you
too.
believe that, and you're charismatic enough to almost somewhat kind of pull
Dude,
it off.
and he
Yeah.
had fucking fans.
Dude, see this fool wouldn't have to try. He wouldn't have to try to get women.
I just want to say
They
like,
would come to him.
Like, yeah,
Okay,
dude. If you were
So-
a girl that was fangirling over fucking Ted Bundy back in what, the 80s, 90s, you're fucking sick, bitch.
well, and also I firmly believe this shit. You're sick as fuck
yeah,
if
you're
you're
a
watching
sick
that.
bitch. That's what you are. You're
I will
bitch.
die on this hill. I think it is.
even the people who are fucking glorifying Luigi Mangione and saying that he's like a fucking heartthrob.
The
and shit like
Mangione
that.
tapes?
Yeah, bro. It's like, dude, that guy fucking killed an innocent person. He
Remember-
really did.
remember
Like,
IHOP?
fuck that.
Remember
That's fucked
IHOP?
up.
Oh shit! What's up,
Isaac?
dog?
You're live.
What's up, man? Yo, what happened last night, man? Where'd all the money go, man? What happened? No, I was gonna say, what were we talking about? I'll die on this hill. is
Luigi Mangione.
If anybody that watches these like Netflix coming out and making TV shows about like serial killers and shit, like I get it, bro. I understand but to always like glorify it and position it to where you almost making it seem like you want to make this fool feel bad.
Like the Ted Bundy
Yeah,
fucking
with
tapes
Zac Efron.
With Zac Efron, like why would you use like a Zac Efron?
why would you
like,
use an
and-
extremely
and-
attractive
and even
fucking well-known celebrity
towards
you know?
towards like the whole like not like the end of the movie is when you start seeing, but the whole movie, the whole fucking thing is like they're making him seem like a good guy.
It's fucked up, man.
Damn.
And then you don't realize he's a monster until
Yeah.
the end. It's like, bro, no, we knew he was a monster the whole fucking time.
Well, and then it goes to like when the victims, when they see shit like that come out, it's like, bro, why do I have to read?
Oh, like the families?
Imagine
The
you're an
families?
old lady, dude, and you're watching Netflix, dude, and you see that they're coming out with a movie about the killer that killed your daughter.
yeah.
And it's one of your favorite actors that's playing the dude that killed your
you
daughter.
instantly hate that fool.
You
have to,
you would
bro.
have to, bro. It would make
It's the same shit with who's the guy that it was big, Jeffrey Dahmer, bro.
Yeah.
Dahmer.
When they brought
Yeah,
up when they
Dahmer.
put it on there, dude. Like, think of the families that had to go through that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or when if they ever did a more in depth on John Wayne Gacy
oh, dude,
type of shit. You know what I mean?
that guy's
he's
a creep,
the-
bro. That
Oh,
guy
yeah.
was fucking creepy.
Dog, the level of crazy that he was, dude, is like if you look at that fool, it's like he's like I don't think he was like obviously he's a vile person and like an evil person. Let me clear that
Yeah.
right now. Like like fuck that guy. But out of all the killers and serial killers, bro, he was like he was one that like I just think that he just like he was just not happy with the way he was like himself. Like I think he might have been gay, you know.
Yeah.
And it was like in the closet a little bit, and then
Bro.
like it started like angering him that he wasn't comfortable with like his own shit, and he just went out and just fucking did it one time, and then just
loved
fucking
it.
then just ran with
Yeah.
it. We're talking, what was it, 30 bodies, dude, in his
Under
crawl
house.
space?
Yeah, that's
Dude,
crazy.
Dude, the shit that tripped me out, bro, sorry. The one shit that tripped me out is they're down there and they're looking for a body. And the guy, I guess how it happened is the guy, they were like it was like a team of like a few of them. And they're like, oh, dude, we got a body here. And it's like, oh, okay.
And then
So
he comes
it's like three,
up.
it's like 3 bodies or whatever. And it's like, oh shit. And it's like, wait, these bones don't match
Who it is?
these bones. Like we're finding bones here, but they're not from the same skeleton. They're
Yeah.
different sizes and shit, right? And then he realizes the dude's out. He's like, dude, I think we got a mass grave here. He's like, I think there's multiple bodies here. So what?
Didn't they say the house smelt or
Oh,
whatever?
dude, it's
That's
not- yeah,
how they
said smelled
caught
like
him.
shit.
How
That's
they caught him is
he went to the
detective
bathroom.
went to the
bathroom and smelt it in
Yep.
the bathroom. And he said it smelled like.
He said it
death.
smelled like death. He's like, if you're in crime and you know if you've been or like rotting flesh.
Yeah.
There's a difference between a rotting human body than a rotting animal. Like you just know it, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, that's how they ended up getting the warrants and stuff or whatever. But they were following that guy 24 hours a day, 12 hours on, 12 hours
I think
on.
we talked about that a little
And
bit.
they
And-
busted him because he went and bought weed.
Bought weed, yeah, he bought weed. They followed him and he bought weed, dude. Or he sold weed. He bought
No,
weed.
he bought weed. He did it right in front of him.
Well,
and then they were
yeah.
like, because he was fucking with them because he knew they were following
Yeah.
him. So what he did is when they were following him, he went and bought weed on purpose to see if they would do anything. And then they were
Yeah.
like, well, we could actually pick him up right now because he just bought weed and
Because they knew they had him. They just had nothing to keep him in there.
Yeah. So they picked him up off
'Cause
the
he-
weed, and then
he-
that's how they got him.
There was something where the detectives when they got him or whatever, like when he finally opened up and talked about shit, he's like, so how many did you find or something like that along those lines. And
he just like forgets how
well,
many people he's fucking
he did a
killed.
remodeling one year where he laid a bunch of concrete and like did a bunch of concrete labor and like made a patio and stuff like that. And there was like people that believed that there might be even bodies where the concrete was, and I don't know if they.
But you're never unless you take a jackhammer and shit.
Yeah,
you'll never find
so
it.
that's why I can't remember what ended up happening with that, but the guys when they were doing the digging, the investigation team that's going and unearthing these remains, they just kept going, like they're going digging and shit. We'll see you, bro.
Peace out, bro.
They're digging. They find one. Dig again. They find another one, and they just keep building up, dude. It was like I want to say it was like 30 bodies that
That's
were on his
crazy as
property,
fuck, dude.
and then there was multiple that were found. There was some that were found in the rivers.
I think it was 19.
Something like he
you
killed.
get-
I know he killed a grip.
Have you guys ever heard of the killer Robert Pickton? That motherfucker, bro. He was he was a Canadian serial killer. Basically, he grew up on a fucking pig farm, and it was his family's pig farm, and he basically inherited it, and so it became his pig farm. Bro, this motherfucker killed over like 43 women, prostitutes. Like he would basically order a prostitute out there, and he would hang them like a pig and fucking skin them and shit like that. And it's very fucking, it's
That's
very
vile
disturbing.
shit right there, dude.
But dude, like I was just right because, like I said, the shout to Morbid, they do a killer job on.
put you on and shit.
But dude, it says between 1995 and 2001, Pickton is believed to have murdered at least 26 women, many of them prostitutes from Vancouver's downtown east side. Pickton would confess to 49 murders to an undercover officer disguised as a cellmate, going on to say he wanted to make it an even 50, but thought he was caught because he got too sloppy. He was convicted on 6 counts of second-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison with no possibility of parole for 25 years. It's the longest possible sentence for second-degree murder under Canadian law.
Wow.
Is it what is it? It goes first degree, second degree, and then third degree.
I can't.
Dude, look at the way
them all fucked up.
look-
I'm not even lying.
this is
Because
what
I
this
always
guy
thought
looked
that
like.
first degree murder was
Oh,
the
that looks
worst
like some-
one.
That's a serial killer,
yeah,
bro.
100%. That's like yeah.
Oh yeah, no, you're done, dude.
Yeah, that he was, dude. I remember listening to the episode, some of the things he did, bro. It's crazy, bro. Like he would keep like women alive, hanging like a pig, like from the you know how like when like you hang a pig upside
like-
down and you hang it by the
oh.
legs and shit, and you spread it open and your gut like cut, like yeah,
God, that would suck, dude.
bro. It's fucking ridiculous.
Whoa.
It's
That's where I firmly believe for people like that in public execution.
Oh yeah, for
oh
sure.
dude, if we could,
I get a lot of like heat for that. I've like from conversations with people, but like I really believe in it.
There's only certain people that deserve it, though.
I don't understand
You know what I
why
mean?
we're not doing that as a civilization. Like if there's a child predator or something like that, why are we not beating the absolute dog shit out of them?
And publicly making it be known that, hey, if this is the path you want to go on, you got the freedom to do it, but we're gonna fucking catch you, and we're gonna make an example.
We're
of
all-
it.
Isn't it like the same shit, like eye for an eye kind of thing, bro?
Well,
It's
yeah,
like
I
if
believe
you
in it.
do that, bro,
How
that's
crazy?
deserve
How crazy?
happen to you.
Yep.
How crazy
100%.
would it be if like the city of Boise was known for this thing, where like if a pedophile was caught or something like that we take him to fucking Table Rock and everybody's like sitting at the bottom of
Stoning
Table Rock,
him?
like looking up, and they're like, and then there's like a group of people that make him jump off of it and shit.
Oh,
We're like,
fuck.
fucking
Jesus.
It's like
Cody, you're a
oh,
dark,
oh,
demented
no,
what's
motherfucker.
that? What's that movie? The one where they jump off the cliff. It's like that scary movie. It's Midsummer. Have you ever seen Midsummer? Damn,
Is it good?
Oh yeah,
I know. I've been told by multiple people that's a fucked up movie.
it's fucked up. It's fucked up, but it's good.
There's in South Carolina, there was a guy in 2000 that murdered his mother-in-law and like his wife maybe, and like killed him, and was convicted of murder, sentenced to life in prison, or sentenced to death. Well, when it came around for him being on death row or whatever, his legal consultant was explaining the options, and usually a lot of it nowadays, I mean, even back, I think it was like the 60s, I think I read, or something, or 70s maybe, was lethal injection. He had no interest in dying of lethal injection because it could take up to 20 minutes. And
He just wanted to get it done.
He wants to get done. So he decided to waive and agree to being killed by firing squad.
Jesus.
So what they did is they bag over his, they set him on a podium or a pedestal, black bag over his head, read his rights, and just introduced him to God basically, or sent him to God basically, whatever they do in the state. And three random volunteers that decided that they do it. They went and they did it, and they killed him. Firing squad. It just happened yesterday.
Where was this
Damn.
at?
South Carolina. This was
That's
2 days.
crazy, dude.
Here, I'll look it up right now. It's a day or two ago.
Hell yeah, bring that shit back.
Here, see South Carolina. See what?
If you're a bad
Have you ever
person,
seen?
bro,
Have you ever seen Year One, where they're like public execution, and then like they're getting
I'm
public?
trying to watch the stoning with my family.
Yeah, and the
first-
kid's all throwing the stone, the little kid and shit. He's like, "Hey, you fucker!"
The first death by firing squad in the United States in for the first time in the last 15 years.
That's crazy.
When was
dude.
the last one? What state? It
Oh
was all South Carolina.
no, sorry, no.
Damn, dude, South
not
Carolina.
lethal injection. The more known one back then with lethal injection was the electric chair.
Yo,
So electric chair and then lethal injection. But
When was the last time a firing squad was done? In what state?
3 volunteer prison employees used rifles to carry out the execution of 67-year-old Brad Sigmund, who was pronounced dead on shot. Basically,
yo,
he killed a couple in a botched.
say
It
probably
was a
Texas,
botched
Cody.
kidnapped. He was a botched plan to kidnap this couple's daughter, and he killed him. Sigmund's lawyer said he chose the firing squad because the electric chair would cook him alive, and he feared that lethal injection would be pentobarbital into his veins, would send a rush of fluid and blood into his lungs and drown him.
It says the last public execution in the United States was in Owensboro, Kentucky in 1936. Rainey Bethia was executed by hanging after being convicted of rape.
that was the first one.
That says the last public
Oh,
execution
shit.
in the United States.
So this was like a big deal because it went to the Supreme Court to pause the execution for a decision.
What?
And they stood 15 feet from where he sat in the death chamber, the same distance as backward from a free throw line on a basketball court. Visible in the small room was the state's unused electric chair, the gurney used to carry out lethal injections that had been rolled away. The volunteers all fired at the same time through openings in a wall. They were not visible to a dozen witnesses in a room separated from the chamber by bullet-resistant glass. Sigmund made several heavy breaths during the 2 minutes that elapsed from when the hood was placed to the shots being fired. The shots, which sounded like they were fired at the same time, made a loud, jarring bang that caused the witnesses to flinch. His arms briefly tensed when he was shot and the target was blasted off his chest. He appeared to give another breath or two with the red stain on his chest, and small amounts of tissues could be seen from the wound during those breaths. A doctor came out a minute later and examined Oh wait, it said that he died instantly. What the fuck? Twitter. A doctor came out about a minute later and examined Sigmund for 90 seconds before declaring him dead. Witnesses included 3 family members of the victim's family. Also present were his attorneys and his spiritual advisor, a representative from the prosecution solicitor's office, a sheriff's investigator, and 3 members of the news media. Sigmund's lawyer read a closing statement that said, one of love and calling to my fellow Christians to help us end the death penalty. Prison spokesperson Christy Shane said Sigmund's last meal was 4 pieces of fried chicken, green beans, mashed potatoes with gravy, biscuits, cheesecake, and sweet tea. The firing squad is a controversial execution method with a long and violent history in the United States around the world. Death in a hail of bullets has been used to punish mutinies and desertion in armies as frontier justice in America's Old West and as a tool of terror and political oppression from the former Soviet Union and Nazi Germany. And the last thing here, I'll just finish it. Since 1977, only 3 prisoners in the United States have been executed by firing squad. All were in Utah. Most recently, Ronnie Lee Gardner in 2010. Another Utah man named Ralph Menzies could be next. He's awaiting the result of a hearing, which his lawyers argued that his dementia makes him unfit for execution. There was protesters outside that with signs stating "All life is precious, execute justice, not people."
Dude,
and they were gathered outside the prison.
It says public executions.
And that's courtesy of the AP, Associated Press.
It says public executions were abolished because they were considered cruel and degrading.
Well, I'm not going to lie.
It says, and
So,
they also traumatized
I'm glad that
witnesses.
he didn't die instantly. I'm glad they shot him in the chest and he bled out.
So then what they do isn't cruel.
It says reformers worried about the brutalizing effect of such violence on spectators. It says the execution of Rainey Bethia in Owensboro, Kentucky in 1936 received unprecedented nationwide attention and coverage, which caused the efforts of reformers such as Sir Robert Peel and Charles Dickens to take action. The Royal Commission on Capital Punishment recommended the
Abolishment.
Abolishing. It's
Abolishing.
abolishing.
Spell it out.
Abolishing.
You want to use it in a sentence?
See that?
Where at?
Right here, abolishing. Was that abolishing?
Like your hands on it. Abolishing of
Abolishing?
Abolishing of public
I've never heard of
executions.
that.
I've never heard that word.
Abolishing.
Castrate. I'm not going to castrate.
Do you want me to give you a definition?
Yeah, give me a definition. Can you put it in a sentence, please?
No, and I think like
We should have a spelling bee.
when you go
spell pterodactyl.
Fuck.
When you're born in this country, the greatest country ever in the history of mankind, the greatest civilization, we're blessed with freedom. And the moment that you use that freedom to take somebody else's and to take their innocence and to take it in your hands to play God, I firmly believe you're getting off way easy by getting to live for free and sitting in a room all day.
Yep. And because if you're never going to get out of prison,
Yeah.
you'll never pay that money back.
And I'm not saying,
it's like restitution, right? That you have to pay back if you get out of prison or jail or whatever.
I would imagine. I would imagine that, like a violent crime or something along those lines. Like, I can see where there's a flip side of the argument that would say that it's barbaric and not modern for society.
Yep.
But I disagree. Like I really feel like I truthfully feel like if you take it in your hands to play God, you should be judged by him in execution.
I agree.
You must repay that debt with yours. 100%. And it goes back to this Casey Anthony thing. Mm-hmm. It goes back to this is she should be dead.
Mm-hmm.
That was, I mean,
I don't know if she had kids after that. I don't know if she. I feel like it should have been legally. I think it should have been a legal thing that she should have been fixed
right away.
Tubes tied, whatever.
That's another thing.
Like
If we're not
court order,
if
you
we're not-
cannot have a child.
If we're not killing pedophiles, bro, why are we not cutting off their fucking cocks? Like seriously.
Yeah. Well, Louisiana's talking about castration.
They should.
It's like a
If you
thing.
get caught diddling fucking young kids, bro, you should be fucking castrated straight
Fucking
up.
diddling anybody.
Castrated.
Dude,
You don't
that
deserve to
doesn't want
fucking
it, bro.
reproduce. You don't deserve
diddling
to
anybody
reproduce.
that doesn't want it.
Yes.
Yes.
You deserve to fucking be castrated. You deserve to be fucking your dick cut off, bro. Fuck you.
Well, it's like you look at the the level of where you would have to access in your mind to get to that level, to even enter the level of thinking that way, is
I
insane itself.
I have a theory. So do you know like how some people's brains like they're more addictive compared to other people, right? So like with drugs or whatever, you know, someone could be smoking marijuana, but it's not enough for them, so they'll move to the next thing, which is whatever, maybe LSD or whatever. They always say marijuana is like a gateway drug, right?
Fuck no,
I know it
dude.
is. It is 100%. It
Yeah,
is.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I think
what-
alcohol and weed are definitely
gateway
gateways
drug
for sure.
Yeah, because like once you
Not saying that weed is,
what happens when your
you know,
tolerance. I mean,
but-
I'm not saying this is for everybody, but when your tolerance is built up and you're not getting high anymore, you're gonna. I mean, a lot of people try to find that next.
You're gonna
high.
search for
Yeah.
it.
And honestly, I think you can correlate that too with pornography. I think there's people who get addicted to pornography and they crave more. What's that next high they can get because they've seen the same thing over and over, so they start trying to chase that next high.
Yep.
And what gets them, you know, and it gets deeper and darker. And I think there's some people that are just so addicted to pornography that they're searching for the next thing, and then they start. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like compulsion. It's like a compulsion to where they can't even help themselves.
Yeah.
Like it's. Yeah, I don't know. I was reading some about
Weird.
it, and they were saying a lot of pedophiles are massively addicted to fucking pornography, and
Wow.
it stems from that.
That's crazy.
Well, there is people that can't function in a traditional relationship because of pornography.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're.
There's a topic of like porn kills love, basically.
Well, it's because it's unnatural, bro.
It's unnatural. Bro.
I've
It's
tried.
not-
I've tried to wean porn out of my life so many times, dude. It's hard, but like I'm at the point where I hardly like I don't think I remember the last time I watched it. It's been a month maybe month and a half.
It's been a minute, bro. Like you go.
And it's weird. It's a weird topic to talk about because it's like like,
Well, no,
talking
it's
about porn,
it's a modern.
but
It
literally
is a
every, like,
modern.
everybody
It's
you
been
know,
modernized,
everybody
bro.
you
No,
know
it's
probably watches
it's a
porn.
modern. It's a well known and well documented addictive deal. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
dude, it's become so civilized with everything going on.
Well, you got
nowadays.
OnlyFans
Well,
now.
yeah,
You got people.
OnlyFans,
That's what I'm
people
saying.
making
That's
a good
money.
point.
It's like,
Everybody does
Yeah.
it,
bro, you
bro.
can't even scroll down Twitter without seeing some
somebody
sort of butthole. or
somebody
something.
getting fucked, dude, on
Seriously,
Twitter.
or-
Dude. Like,
Or
it's
even
crazy.
fucking. I'm not saying it gets to the point on Instagram or Facebook, bro, but there's always chicks
Bro,
on fucking
I'll tell you-
Instagram,
I'll-
bro. that
There's
are
like
fucking
there's
shit.
always
tell you-
there's always people that sell
I'll
out and
tell
they
you-
post sponsored shit, and it's
Exactly,
like,
bro.
what
You
girl
can-
is this?
Bro, you can
know?
literally
It's like,
go.
what
you,
the
can,
fuck, dude?
you can go on the X search bar and look up the word hardcore, and the first thing that'll pop up is porn.
Wow.
Like you can look up fucking literally nut. The first thing that'll pop up is porn. Like anything, any word that can mean like a regular thing, like nut, like a nut from a tree,
Dude,
whatever.
that's why these.
But yeah, you look it up on X. The first thing that comes up is just porn.
Yeah.
Like it's
Well,
shoved
dude,
down
the-
our throat.
That's. We honestly grew up in a good time, bro, as kids because we weren't.
We grew up at the
exposed
beginning.
to-
Bro, do you
yeah,
know what,
at
do you know
the
what
beginning
do you know
of
what
this,
blew my
bro.
mind is I looked up homemade, like expecting like maybe recipes or food. You look up homemade on Twitter, it's just porn.
Wow.
that's crazy.
I think that you could argue that porn was made to be addictive and also to prevent stable relationships. Prevent the traditional husband wife.
Honestly-
Fuck, it's been around since like what, the 80s?
And honestly,
The
bro,
first,
70s?
Have you-
like, the
have you guys ever-
30s,
have
bro.
you-
No,
40s.
like no documented though, like with videos and shit. That's what I'm
Yeah,
Have you
saying.
heard the-
like,
have you
there
heard
was,
the-
you could go to a movie theater like in the 40s. There was a thing on Twitter actually that talked about that. Yeah, it's
Have
like,
you heard
yeah.
the documented cases of how many there was women on Pornhub that were being raped that they did not sign up willingly to have their videos. There was underage girls that were being
Damn.
posted on there. There was this was a massive investigation or whatever.
Well, look
and,
at the state of Utah.
Yeah,
look
like-
at what Utah did.
there
like,
was
they banned it.
Basically, people were watching porn on Pornhub not knowing they're watching a fucking underage person or someone who was doing things against their will.
That's crazy.
Wow.
It was a big thing. It was a big and Pornhub basically just ignored it. Like they didn't really people brought the attention up and were tagging Pornhub and all that stuff and honestly bashing Pornhub, and
Good.
Pornhub never released a statement. They never did anything. They never like they basically just like, I think they went through and deleted everything that was like questionable, and then just
That's
never
crazy,
never
dude.
spoke about it.
The show goes on type thing. They
Yeah.
did, huh? Jesus.
Basically,
No, and I think it all circles back to the word addiction in general. Like, I struggle with a gambling addiction. Thankfully, bro, I can draw the line. Like, I'm not
you're not gone.
I'm not so far gone to the point that I'm fucking spending grocery money,
Taking out a loan.
No, I get
taking
that.
out a loan to bet it. Like there's levels to this.
You
shit,
have
man.
what you want, what that you're willing to lose.
What I
and
always
then-
say, bro, is when you get that feeling of the win, and that feeling's there, it's the same as if you get the feeling if you lose. If that feeling's there, you probably should stop. Like if you feel like you should stop, you probably should stop. You probably should. And it's easier said than done. I mean, we just talked about it. Like I've been at tables plenty of times where, and this is also gaming. This isn't gambling. This is gaming. This is online gaming. I want to clear the air right now.
Well, did you ever see that video of that guy that lost his whole fucking hand on one fucking thing of blackjack? He lost all of his money on one blackjack hand, and he flipped the fucking table, and everybody's chips.
No, that
went
was
everywhere.
the World Series of Poker.
Was that what that
That
was?
was they were
But-
playing
and
Hold'em.
So
and then
pissed, dude.
Oh, bro,
everybody's
I'm not
chip,
lying to you, bro.
They literally
I
paused
would-
everything.
ooh.
They told everybody don't fucking move.
Okay,
They
so-
said, and then this one girl was starting to pick up the chips and try to help. They're like,
I would have
put
been
those-
like,
they're like, put
quit
those
fucking
chips
touching
down.
that shit. That's what I would have said.
They
I
were-
said, don't
because
touch
all
shit.
that money is somebody's money.
And
That's
see,
somebody's
the
money.
crazy thing is that's why at these things they have it's really heavily watched. It's not for cheating. I mean, it's obviously for cheating and to catch shit and tendencies and shit, but it's also to make sure like if something like that were to happen,
because they can
have-
replay the footage and
see
what
where
is-
you were at, and they keep track of the pot, or who's got what in their
Mm-hmm.
hand. Because if you go into the World Series of Poker, they have convention rooms like think of Expo Idaho,
Yeah.
filled with poker tables
With people just playing.
and it's all one tournament. It's
Yeah.
all one tournament. You win a table, you go on to the next table. And I follow a guy that was at that when that happened. And as a guy that is familiar with the gambling side of things and putting money up, that dude wouldn't have walked out of there with his legs, dog. Like,
Fuck no, dude.
I mean, I'm glad there was one guy that got on top of him and started
started
fucking
beating the shit out of him.
I'm like, dude, oh yeah,
Yeah, he
bro.
hit him like 3 times.
That
back
fool-
of the
that
head.
fool
And then he's
would
all. But
not-
the thing is he's on the ground. He's all, stop hitting me.
Yeah,
He's
I
all, I'm
didn't-
not fucking hurting anybody.
Oh,
Blah, blah,
I'm- yeah,
blah.
well, yeah,
So I don't give
yeah.
a fuck, dude. You just fucked with my money.
You just
bro.
fucked with my bag, and we're here playing a competitive,
And not
regulated
only that,
game.
not only that. Imagine if you were on a heater, you just hit like a
Oh,
21 or
oh
something,
my
and then
God.
and then he fucking flips, ruins the deck.
Pocket
fucking-
aces.
Yeah, pocket. Yeah, fuck,
about to flip a
fucks the whole
flush,
thing,
bro.
all because this motherfucker
I'd be
lost.
so pissed.
It's like
Dude,
fuck you,
and,
bro.
and then you know what?
Fucking sore loser.
All the other games are halted.
Yeah, because
Not just the game of the flip table, and it wasn't just a
Dude, he
a
flipped
table
the fuck-
flip.
he
It was
fucking
like a fucking
it.
flip, bro. Like I'll show you the video.
That's crazy.
like, dude, the chips went everywhere.
And the dealer chick, I think it was a dealer chick or one of the, or like a patron that was just there watching, like goes in and is trying to like gather shit up, and it's like
Everybody's all
fuck
don't.
no.
Everybody's all don't fucking touch.
Don't
anything.
touch shit. Don't touch shit. And I think it was 2 tables. I think he flipped a table, and I think he pushed another one and got
yeah.
tackled.
It was crazy
if I
because
remember
all
it
the
right.
all the security ran over and they immediately made a perimeter around like all the chips. So like they're pushing people away and like don't fucking touch it. There was people trying to help like pick up the chips, and they're like yelling at them like put that fucking shit down. Dude.
Well,
Don't
it's like
fucking touch
if
that
you're
shit."
if you organize, like if you're the organizer of it or the guy, the boss, we'll say the pit boss, because I don't know if
boss.
that's the right word for
It is,
that
it is.
term.
The pit boss, yeah.
But if I don't know if that's the right term for that in a sanctioned tournament, in a legal tournament that's backed by real money and legal. I would say this room is on shutdown. Like
Oh,
this,
yeah. It has to be, bro.
nobody leaves this room, and I'm prosecuting that fool to the fullest extent of game tampering, anything, bro. Like I'm
Public disorderly.
Oh, dude,
He
anything.
probably got barred from ever fucking competing again.
Oh,
too.
I don't
100%.
think that guy would ever be able to because this is what I think too. Is
or even a casino, dude.
we know what we say when they say somebody made a call. We know where that call is coming from. It goes unspoken. That guy's very lucky that he probably left that city with his head.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
I'm serious, bro. Because if you're
Bro, that's
because
where
think
like
about
that's,
it. If we're all sitting here at a poker table and we're playing $1,000 bets,
you don't know who the guy to your left is.
No.
You don't know who the guy to your right is. That's what he's getting at. It's like these guys
Yeah.
are playing big money, big hands. Like you don't know what
you
these
could
guys
be
are
at a
fucking-
table. You could be at a table with somebody that's a stone cold bad motherfucker, bro. That don't give a fuck.
And you know what's
And
funny?
you're
You know what's-
fucking with his money.
Do you know what's
What I'm
crazy?
saying?
Do you know what's crazy about casinos is like when you're sitting at a table at a casino and you're playing blackjack or whatever, your decisions that you
affect
make
everybody.
and they get mad at you. So like,
Oh,
So it's
say
like, why the
you're-
fuck did you hit?
So
Why'd
you're
you
on-
hit right
yeah,
here,
if you're
bro?
on a say you're on a 16, right? And you the dealer has a fucking
5.
a
Dealer has
or
a
no,
5.
Dealer has a 10. Dealer has a 10.
Okay.
You're probably gonna want to hit that, right? You want to
Yeah.
hit. So if you hit that and then you flip a fucking 8 and you bust, the guy next to you is probably needing
got-
that 8.
he's got a 13.
He's gonna be fucking pissed at you.
Well, it's also so. This is. I'll give you a perfect example. Is you flip a 13 to 16. Well, 13 to 16. That's your hand that you got. The dealer shows a 5 or a 6. So if you're banking on him, if you're always supposed to say that face card, you always assume it's a 10. So if he's sitting at 16, right? So if it comes to me, I'm at 15. I'm standing. I'm gonna make the dealer hit this, and the guy next to me also has a 13 to 16, kind of the same hand, and this fucker hits, and he breaks a 10, he busts a 10, and a 10 like the card that he gets is a 10,
Yeah.
and his hand breaks. The dealer flips a 16. If he took that 10, he breaks, bro. We all win.
Yeah.
But now, because this fucker got selfish to my left, the odds of him flipping another 10 to bust are different. He flips a 4 or 3, 4, 5. Or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it ruins
No, I
the whole.
get
It
that.
ruins the whole game.
And then the people on the stretch that stood are fucked, and it's like, dude, like it's table etiquette.
Yeah.
It's like a real thing. And one of my good homies' moms, shout out Stephanie, she was familiar with casinos in like I think it was Reno or Elko or something like that. And she was explaining it one day when we were all playing. And I never thought about it.
Yeah.
How I always thought about blackjack is I'm worried
just
about
you.
myself.
Yeah.
No,
But-
yeah, your choices affect the whole table.
The whole table, and it's like if you're in agreement, if it's an unspoken rule, right? So it's like you can technically go and say fuck everybody next to me. You really can,
Right,
Yeah.
but these fools are going to grill you.
Ultimately,
Oh, yeah.
ultimately, it's your fucking game.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
You're playing
Yes.
your game.
You're playing the dealer.
Like
Yeah,
you don't
of
give a
course.
fuck.
You're not on a team, but it's
But-
like if we're all at a table, like all of us as homies, we all took one table up.
Then we'd probably have to work together. Like, hey,
Yeah, 100%.
but the thing is, if you're playing with a bunch of randoms,
then that would be considered
Cheating.
card counting.
Yeah.
And you would get into that type of thing. So it's like we couldn't openly be like, bro, don't hit.
yeah.
It's just like you can obviously kind of talk and stuff like that. But if somebody next to me, I got a $100 hand, $200 hands, and that's not a lot of money. It's not. In the grand scheme of things, it's not. But to people like us, it's a chunk of change, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
If I'm up and I'm putting that money up and I'm on a sick one, and the guy next to me fucks me, one time, all right. Another time, I'm barking, bro. I'm in this fool's grill, fucking talking, bro. Straight up. I would consider even moving and flipping a seat over to that from the next fool over, taking the seat next to this guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I've played plenty of times.
Can you do that? Can you just stand up and switch spots?
Yeah, I mean, technically,
because I know that when you go to a table, you have to talk to the pit boss.
See, I don't know.
And then they give you a seat. But if you want to switch seats, I think you have to sign because you got to sign papers before you sit down. Basically, like a
Maybe if
or-
that's like high stakes, but if you're going to like Cactus Pete's, bro, then you just sit down wherever.
breaking news: Joey Bosa
Yeah, I
is
just
working
saw
on a
that.
deal.
Just saw
wow,
that.
wow, makes sense. It makes sense. I think
Yeah.
it makes sense. No, and we kind of went on a tangent about the game, but like if you're in a situation where you're playing, like I said, Saints, you're not playing with friends. You know, you're in a competition. It's no different than freaking the fuck out and taking your pads off in the middle of a football game and fucking up the whole game for everybody.
Or throwing your helmet or something.
throwing your helmet or getting a, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no, I agree.
I just, at the end of the day, shout out to Carson, man. They don't call it winning. They don't call it winning. So you know the risk immediately.
Yep.
You know the risk immediately. And that's like kind of like what I stick by. Like we give Red shit all the time. I mean, shout out Red not being here, but we give Red shit all. That's one time we all put money in, and he's like, "Bro,
You guys better not lose
better
my
not
money.
lose my money, man." Like you, and it's like, dude, bro, you're not investing here. Like we're not buying bonds and stocks
Yeah,
and
for
shit,
real.
dude. Like we're here to fucking play.
Yeah,
dude.
well, like we might lose it. We might win.
And it's funny because last night, because I mean, we played for 2 hours.
we let our nuts hang.
Yeah,
last
we played
night,
for
dude.
2
We really
hours,
did.
bro. Like
we fucking at
yeah.
one point we did a $200 hand, and we fucking hit 21.
Yeah, we hit it, bro. We hit it, man. And it goes quick, and you can go quick, like in the good way, and go quick in the bad way.
Oh yeah, for
But
sure.
what kills me, dude, is the reason I say me and Carson, I think even me and this fool, and like a setting of like playing blackjack and like in person, like it's easy for this fool to be like, let's just fucking do it. And it was like, yeah, fuck it, all right.
It was funny because like last night, like it was funny. Like Seth's all, dude, we lost $140, and I was all, yeah, but it wasn't even our 140. And he's all, I like the way you think.
Well, it's like, dude,
Like, it was 140 that we won.
Yeah.
it wasn't
we
even
just
our
lost.
money.
We just lost $375, and I'm like, dude, that money wasn't real, bro.
Yeah,
It wasn't in our
it wasn't
hand.
even ours.
It wasn't in our hand.
We only
bro.
technically we only lost $20.
Yeah.
Technically, dude, we just wasted fucking 2 Big Macs meals
Yeah,
from
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
McDonald's.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
No,
yeah, we
that's
had
fair.
$400, but we only lost 20.
That's
No,
funny as
Carson
fuck.
killed me, bro. He's like, he said, why? He's like, I'm not here for fucking to play all night. He's like, if I'm gonna win, I want to know what I'm winning right now. And it's
Yeah.
like, all right, man.
It was funny at the end. He was all like, dude, we should have cashed out.
Should have cashed out. Yeah,
We're
he
like
was.
full busy.
He kind of was starting to be the voice of reason.
I
towards the end.
said it multiple
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
I said it like
Hey,
at least twice.
Instead of you're doing it, and you got Carson on one side, like,
Well,
like you're the angel. He's like, hey,
Yeah,
I
hey,
put-
dude,
I put-
cool.
you
Cody's
got
like,
this
no,
fucker.
let's
I
fucking
put
go.
way too big of a cap on our fucking cash out because everybody's all when we cashing out, and I was all 1,000.
Well, there
all
for a
$1,000,
minute, bro.
$1,000.
I won't lie to you. There for a minute,
I
dude,
thought we
you
were gonna
could
get
just
there.
feel it.
I thought we were
Yeah.
gonna get there.
You really could feel it.
I
bro.
think the
There
highest we got was $495.
$495.
Should have cashed out, dude. Should have cashed
It
out.
would've been $100 for each of us,
Or we
basically.
just
Yeah.
draw the line. We could have just drew the line. Maybe took a 10, 15-minute break, and then came back, played 95. 400's our line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that. I think that's the way to go through and do it. But it's gonna be.
Let's hope you remember that. Then.
Well, I was thinking about this, dude.
The thing is, you can only go on a heater for so long.
We gotta go. We gotta do a Golden Boys trip, a collective trip to like Jackpot or something
I'm going on April 10th.
to play some tables, dude. Like that would be cool, man. Just to
Do a pod
do a
before.
pod right before, or do a pod after. I think we should do the pod after because I'll probably drink for that.
We can do. How about we do a half before, half after?
I'm down. All right, so all right, guys.
You know what I'm
So-
saying? We'll like, hey, we're about to head down.
We'll get back and
let you guys know. Then we get back later. Sorry, guys, we lost. I
Yo,
lost
The,
two
hey,
games.
the rest of it's like 5 minutes long. It's, yeah, we fucking lost. We had Cactus Pete.
It's actually, guys, we're really not in the mood to do the rest of this. So
If we go and do that, no, we'll document it for sure with the pod to start and then the finish, and we come back, we're like, guys, we're donating $1,000 to the first man. Fucking,
are you? Yeah, dude. Fuck it. If we win big, dude, we'll spend
cut
it.
some-
We'll spend it
yeah.
on the shirts. Spend it on some shirts.
yeah, we could drop something sick.
what are you guys feeling? You guys,
No, I was gonna
I
say,
have,
I mean-
I have one topic
Oh,
I wanted
shit,
to get
okay.
into because I got told to watch this movie, and I did. Sicario.
Oh, hell yeah,
shit.
dude.
Oh,
That's a
so
good movie.
I watched it, bro. Hella good. And when we were talking about the serial killers and whatnot, and the beginning of that movie, bro, is just them finding the bodies inside the walls.
Yeah, inside
That's
the walls.
insane, dude.
What was your favorite scene of that movie? Because my favorite scene is when they're sitting in traffic and they look over and there's those gangster guys in the car, and then all of a sudden they just get out
Instant
and smoke
movement.
those fuckers, dude.
That's
That scene's crazy.
I'll send you a video about how they did that. That's actually that's like military level analyzation of surroundings.
Yeah.
Is they instantly pick it out, and it's like, I like when
I mean,
homeboy, the nerdy dude, the nerdy fool. That was like, it burns when I pee. Remember that
Yeah.
fool? He fucking pops his fucking AR over on the shoulder of the seat, dude, and he's got him locked in. He's like, I got him. And it's like, first sign of movement, you hear Josh Brolin's character. He's
Yeah.
like, first sign of movement, go in. Fools open the door, they hop out, dude, and homeboy's fucking like, they don't move, bro, don't move. Like,
And he fucking tries to pull the gun.
Goodbye. He's like, peace, whatever. As soon as he draws, dump him, bro, and like it's nothing, dude.
You have to, bro.
And I don't know if you caught it in that scene. Sorry, but I don't know if you caught it in that scene. After that happens, you hear him, oh, fuck, dude, it's going to be all over fucking the news and shit. It's like, that's not even making the fucking paper. That's not even making the newspaper
I think the favorite
in Mexico.
part, like, I guess it's like scene-wise, but it's not. Like, she doesn't know how to read, what's that fool's name?
Oh, yeah.
Is his name Alejandro, right?
Alejandro, yeah.
She doesn't know how to read him and what, like, side he's on. Because, like, he's just fucking
Well, she doesn't know
fidgeting
who
the
he
whole time.
is. Well, she doesn't know who he is.
But
Yeah.
he's just fidgeting the whole time, like, fucking uneasy.
He yells in the plane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
bro.
shit like that. Because it's like, he's on their side the whole time, bro.
No.
I mean, he
That
is,
fool
but
wasn't there for anything but himself. That's
he
the whole
is,
point
but
of
he
it.
isn't, though. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, yeah.
like he's not turning on him.
But see, the whole time, you got to look at it from the perspective of before the ending, right? Is you don't know his true role there. Like you really don't
Nobody
know
says
his
nothing.
true
'Cause
role.
what the main guy? He's like, yeah, he's whoever. Pays
He's a
him.
lawyer. Yeah, he's aligned with whoever he aligns with whoever he needs to align with. Right?
Exactly.
So the perspective, and Denis Villeneuve is the Dune director. He's the guy that did Dune.
Okay.
So the portrayal of Emily Blunt is
That was the main character in that, right?
yeah.
Okay.
So Emily Blunt is the by the book,
Yep.
stone cold FBI justice. I'm justice to serve. Do everything right. It's an outdated mindset in that field, dealing with what you're dealing with when you go that
the
way.
cartels and
it's because
shit,
there's
dude.
no rules, and at the end he says, "That's why." So that's why I was telling you, bro. Is he? I don't know if you caught it. He says, "You remind me of my daughter." He says that when after John Bernthal's character tries to kill her, right?
Yep.
So he's like, "You remind me of my daughter," and so you realize at that point that he has a soft spot for her in a way of like
Trying to protect her.
he feels bad for her because he knows that she doesn't realize how
doesn't know
deep
what the
she
fuck's
is.
going
She has
in.
no idea how deep in
Yup.
this shit she is, right?
Well, because
So
she walked into the bank, bro,
you
and
can't
showed her
You
face.
can't
You know what I
fucking
mean?
do that shit, and that's why when the bankers are sitting there looking at her, they're like,
Yup.
"Dude, like you
Like,
don't."
you fucked up.
Well,
'Cause
then
they
they're
already-
looking at the numbers and shit, and they're just kind of they look at each other, the bankers, dude, and you're like, "Dude, yeah, this chick is fucked. Like you should not have just."
It's been a while since I've seen it. What was
So-
that? What like? Can
Well,
you
so
describe
one
it?
thing that I
what they're-
thought, one thing
I'm
that
sorry.
I thought with that movie, bro, is I thought that they were gonna catch her, bro. Like I thought the cartel was gonna get a hold of her in the part of that, like
What-
in the movie.
what-
I thought it in my head, like,
Oh, that's what you thought. Like
was
when you're
gonna
watching
happen.
it,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what you thought. Okay,
What
I
did,
was-
what did like? Why did she fuck up doing that? Again,
Okay, so
I can't remember.
so basically, you have to go back to the whole premise of what this is to create the most amount of chaos in order to get to the actual problem, which is the head of the snake, right?
yeah.
You have three sides to this. You have the CIA, which is Josh Brolin and the military guys that are sketchy. They're sketchy guys because they're not by the book, right?
you can't be, bro.
But they couldn't operate within the United States in that fashion without a member of the FBI or somebody of law enforcement. So the reason they go out and they got her is because she was by the book and she was like really strict on this shit and like was all about justice, right? Because she would be oblivious to it. She would be oblivious to what the real thing is, right? But she starts asking questions about it and shit. It's like, what the fuck are we doing here? The scene where they go to Mexico and they go into Juarez and they're going to get the prisoner that's the brother of the head of the cartel. They go and they extradite him and they go through and do all that, right? She's like, why the fuck are we, like, we're just in Mexico. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, she has no idea what's going on the whole time, right? You have her and then you have the CIA and then you have Alejandro, which is the
Fucking
Sicario. He's the
freelancer,
hitman.
fucking, yeah.
And you're like, why the fuck is this guy here? Well, this is the guy that they just needed to get through. They needed to get him through to finding a way into Mexico and knowing where to go to get to the top.
Yep.
And he would do the rest of it. It's like there's a synergy. That's what I'm saying is he's not necessarily on the American side. He's not on the Mexican side. He's not anything.
He's just there for himself.
But then
bro,
you find out she pops her head out she goes through the wrong side of the tunnel. She follows him because she wasn't supposed to follow him. That was supposed to be where he left and just be gone. Mm-hmm. So she follows him, pops out, and he fucking turns around. And she's pointing the gun, is like, drop it, and he fucking dumps one in her.
Well, because she had a body plate on. So
he's like, don't you ever fucking point your gun at me again.
Yeah.
And it's like, where there's a soft spot to it, and you're wondering why. And then that next scene, she gets pulled out, and she fucking socks Josh Brolin's character. He's like, you motherfucker, right? He throws her on the ground or whatever, and he's like, he's explaining to her, is like, that guy is looking to take out the guy. It's going for the guy that killed his daughter in a vat of acid.
And didn't he like behead
and
his
beheaded
wife?
Something along those lines. So then you're like, oh shit. You're like, okay, this fucking dude's got something personal with this.
Yeah.
Like this is like, there's something deeper to it. And that's why I'm saying at the end, when he goes off and does that, and they sit down at the end of the table, you don't know what's going to happen at that point, but you know that the head guy's going to die.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But what you don't expect is cold blood fucking murks the kids and the wife right in front of him. Is like, because right beforehand, he's like, it wasn't personal. And he's like, it was to me.
Yo.
And he fucking dumps them right in front of him. You see the fear in this dude's eyes, and he looks at him, bro, lines him up, and drops him.
Well, because I think
Kills him.
he's like, you gonna finish your meal or some shit?
He's like,
too?
yeah, you eat. He's like, you eat every day while innocent people are out doing your dirty work and are dying. He's like, this is no different.
Yo.
He's like, eat your food.
And he does it. He's like, all right, I'm fucking dumping you.
And then he's like sitting there, dude, whatever. He's like, do your kids speak English? And he says, no. He's like, then we'll speak in English. And the kids are sitting there, dude. And I like how you can't see it because it's like you only see his reaction to it happening. That's why it's brilliant, bro. It's like because the wife's right here and the kids are right here, and you're the guy. I'm Alejandro.
Yeah.
The camera's only pointed at you, dude. And you hear, and you know what it is, but then you just see him freak the fuck out, and he's like, holy fuck, this fool is serious, bro.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like, and he plays such a badass character, bro, because
What's that guy's name?
Benicio del Toro.
He's great, dude.
So when
he's just ominous the whole time.
What
bro.
I was trying to tell you is one of those movies that you go and you watch. You got to watch it back a couple of times, is you'll catch a lot of shit.
I'm gonna go watch it after this.
But yeah, the one thing that's crazy, bro, is you never get the feeling back of the first time that you watch his character because he's mysterious the whole time. You don't know what the fuck what is he
His
here
motive,
for?
yeah.
Yeah. And then you get to the end of the movie and you get the idea or whatever. But if you go back, you'll watch how intricate that shit is. So now going back to the bank scene, sorry, I just kind of went on that rant of like kind of the whole thing. But when you go back to the bank scene, all they're trying to do is ruffle the fucking feathers, bro. Fucking tree the cat, bro. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to fucking create as much chaos to get the guy in the States to see where he goes to get get to the head guy and where the head guy is.
I just want to know, like, why, like, what did she do wrong?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
She goes into the bank and shows her
She
face.
shows her face
Because
she's
that
not
guy,
supposed
that
to
guy
show her
can.
face?
No, bro.
Well, because the banks
moving
they
in
work
secrecy,
with
bro.
they work with the cartel.
So she's
bro.
the CIA girl or
Yeah.
the FBI girl.
Yeah,
And so
she goes in.
And so the
So
way
now
he
she's
tells her.
how,
Josh Brolin tells her.
why do the bankers know who she is?
Well, okay. So this is okay.
I need to go. I'm gonna watch this again after
think
this,
about
but-
think about this perspective of it too. That I thought after watching it a couple times is when Josh Brolin tells her, "Don't go in there." He's not like grabbing her, like, "Don't go in there." No,
Because he's like, you're gonna do
he's
it.
like,
anyways.
"Okay, you're gonna go in there." He's like, "All right, watch." He's like, "Okay." So they go in, and she's like, "What the fuck is this money? Where's this money?" Right? Blah 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 blah. And the bankers are looking at each other like, "Dude, you don't like." You could just tell they're like, "Dude, you don't want to like. You shouldn't be in here. Like, you shouldn't be in here, dude. Like, you're gonna get killed, right?"
That's why in my
Because-
head I'm like, dude, they're gonna get her.
So, but they
because of
did.
the bank scene. Shit.
No, but you're right. They did, bro, because they infiltrated. They had infiltrated the police department. So homeboy takes her out to get a beer, and they're at a cop bar.
Yep.
And John Bernthal's character comes up, and when you notice when the chick, when they arrest this girl for being a mule and depositing the
rubber
money,
bands or
and
whatever.
you've seen the rubber bands, and she's seen it at the bank. So when he's all lovey-dovey on her, like, come back to mine, let's go back to your house, blah, blah, you know, they're getting after it, whatever, and she looks over and sees it, he realizes she knows, and that's why he tried to go quick to kill her, right?
Yo.
John Berthold's character?
Yeah, but see, the thing that's crazy is Josh Brolin and him, they knew that was going to happen.
Yo.
So they were watching her, and they let it happen. Like they let it. They could have just stopped that fool right when they go to the house and fucking interrogated him, but they let it happen.
Yo.
And he comes in, dude. I like when she's on top. He's like, "You fucking bitch." He's like, "Why the fuck do you have
And
to
he
do
just
this
points
shit?"
to Alejandro,
He's all,
bro.
he's like, "Tsk." And he looks up. And he's like, "Get up, whatever." And then it's brilliant because it does make you realize that they knew everything they were doing.
Oh yeah, bro.
Everything, bro. Like, and they find the drug house or the car that's parked in the desert that signals the hole or the tunnel where you would cross, that they would run the drugs through.
Yo.
And they go in the bunker and they fucking knife them all up and shit, right? When they find that, they took the Mexican guys from that, they stopped at the border that knew the area, and they're all arguing on the map.
Yeah,
they're
that
all
shit's
like, no,
funny,
they're
dude.
like, no, that shit kills me, bro. But no, the second one is unfortunately not as intricate. It's
Is
not
it
as
good?
intricate. It's good, but you'll see what I
Yeah,
mean
yeah,
when
it's
I
just
say
different.
they
Didn't
focus
they make
too
like
much on.
3 of them?
No.
They're supposed to come out with the third one.
Yeah, they're
okay.
It's not out yet.
Well, so going back to what my favorite scene was, I was thinking about it more like while we're discussing it. I think it's the final scene, bro. Well, the
Yeah.
second to final scene, because he has her sign that paper saying everything was done by the book.
Oh, bro.
But he has her gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you notice, he has a glove on too.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's like, well, if you don't sign, I'm going to kill you.
Well,
And then they
Makes it look like a suicide.
But then, it makes it look like a
Yeah,
suicide
she killed
because the way
herself,
he did
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But then he has a glove on, and then he fucking
he
unhooks-
slips the gun.
Yeah,
he
that's
slips
what-
her gun and is like,
Yeah,
she's
pretty
like-
much.
She's like, I can't sign this. But the thing is you got to remember too, is that's a stone cold killer that has nothing to gain from killing her because
Or nothing to lose.
nothing to lose. Yeah, and it's the soft spot he has for her again, where he's like, "Come on, dude! Like I
That's
have
the
to, I'm
little
gonna
shit right
do
there
this.
because he has a glove on and it's her gun.
I'm gonna do
but
this.
But then after she signs it, he's like, all right, and then fucking throws his gun.
Well, you know what he
throws her
says?
gun.
You're in the land of the wolves now.
Yup.
He's basically saying, he's like, when I told you, because earlier in the movie he kind of forewarns her in a way. It was like, he says there's no law, like the what we do, what we're about to do, and what you're about to experience in this movie, like what's going to happen, will not make sense to your American ears, your modern ears. He's like,
Yup.
it will not make sense to you. So when he goes and he takes the gun apart or whatever, because he knows that she's gonna put the gun back together, bro.
Yup.
Takes the gun back, boom, boom. Is like, you're in the land of the wolves now. Is like, it's him basically saying, is like, dude, like, I told you, like, it's not traditional, like, it's not by the book process. Like,
Well,
this is
he
sketchy.
even said when he walks in, you shouldn't be on a patio.
He's like, you
anymore.
should go somewhere small, somewhere nice, where the rule of law still applies.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that too. But like, she's on the patio smoking. He's like, you shouldn't be hanging out on your patio for a while. Because
Yeah.
they have eyes everywhere.
I
bro.
like her. I think that she's also very underrated in that movie. The sense she played such the role well of being very like
Naive.
and oblivious, but being still kind of a stone cold killer
Like,
too
yeah.
in her own way.
Yup.
Because she fucking offs a fool right at the get go of the
Oh,
movie.
what's it
The
called?
guy with the shotgun, he
That-
gets fucking
yeah,
blasted.
yeah.
Bro.
in the traffic scene, bro.
Yeah.
She dumps that
She dumps
fool
that
too,
fool
bro.
too.
She's like, fuck.
Yeah. She like last second, like
Yup.
she almost gets
It
killed.
kills me because he's like, me and so in the background, they call it the score. It's like the sound in the movie, like when there's like shit about to happen. It's like the music of the movie. It's all. So we used to fuck around all the time, and I'd do that all the time. But what's funny is when they're in traffic or whatever, he's all looking around. He's like, "Roll down your window." And what I also like too, dude, is her homie, the black guy. I can't remember his name.
He plays in fucking
Get Out or
Get
whatever.
Out
Yeah,
or
so,
whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
great actor, bro.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't remember his name.
And he doesn't know what the fuck's going
You
on.
don't
He
know
just
what
wants
it was.
answers,
He
bro,
just-
because
he
that's
just-
his partner,
That's
dude.
his, like his homie, dude. Like that's they're like that, you know. And when she goes out and fucking boom punches him and shit, right? He tries to get in to back her up,
got
and
beat
he
up,
throws her
dude.
down. He's like, lean back. He's like, just let it happen, bro.
Yeah.
Just let it happen, dog. It ain't
Because
gonna
they
be
didn't
nothing,
want to
bro.
hurt them, obviously.
Well, what's dope too is how intricate it was when they went in there. Dude's like, we're going dark. You know, they're night vision. They go in, dude, and he's like, keep your fucking barrel down. Don't fucking kill any of my guys.
Yo.
Like, we're gonna do our thing in here. And you hear him getting fucking,
Yo.
you know what I'm saying? And they fucking piece them all up, whatever, blah blah blah.
That shit's so gangster, dude.
But the shit that's so savage, dude, is Josh Brolin's character when he's talking to her. He's like, she's like, what is Medellin? He's like, fuck. He's like, you went through the wrong tunnel. He's like, you weren't supposed to go that way. Like, she was not supposed to see that. Like, that was not. He was supposed to just be gone. That was it. And he's like breaking it down or whatever, and then like you can kind of see that she realizes like what she's dealing with in a way. Like, she kind of hits her in a way, but she's still very, you know.
Yeah.
But the ending scene where she puts the gun back together and is pointing the gun off the balcony, bro, and he stands and he turns around. He doesn't draw a gun, nothing. He just turns around and says,
he knows that she ain't.
he says, he's like, really? Like, it's almost like if you're gonna do it,
Do it.
do it.
Yeah,
All right.
because
do
he
it.
got his revenge, bro, that he wanted. So I think he was kind of at peace if he were to die right there. You know what I mean?
Well, it also kind of
Yeah.
like the aura of like, now that you know like what they kind of experienced together in a way, and then like I said, that soft spot he has for her, kind of hinting at, like, you remind me of my daughter and shit. It's like, I just spared your life, because realistically, dude,
She
what
could've
would have
signed
happened?
it and he could've
Well,
killed
no,
her,
realistically,
bro.
what would have happened is he probably could have went in there and just killed her anyway.
Yo,
Which would have made more sense.
Oh,
And I
yeah,
know that
for
sounds
sure.
crazy, but from his side, that would have made more sense. Is you just off this chick?
yo,
You know what I'm saying?
Deal with the problem.
But what's also dope, bro, is the boss of the FBI. She's like asking answers and they're in the thing, and he explains to her. He's like, I don't have authorization to call military aircraft and fly to military bases. This is coming levels above you. He's like, so if you think you are operating outside of the boundaries of this thing you're in, you're not. Like, this is bigger than you. Like, this is something
the
that's
president shit,
and it's
dude.
it's the director of the FBI, or like her boss is like, dude, like.
he's running that whole fucking building.
And I also kind of think that he knew more than he put off.
Oh,
but he
you
couldn't
have to, bro.
But he couldn't interfere in it and like give her like any like warning or any signs of like knowing what was going on in a way. That's what I'm saying, is when you watch the movie back, you'll notice a lot of their mannerisms and stuff like that. And it's a great movie, though. I think to me that is in my top 10. That would be 100% in my top 10 movies. It's an awesome movie. If you haven't seen it, Sicario. Actually, we probably just painted the picture for you right here in the pod.
Honestly, you just watched it.
yeah. Just go watch it though, so you guys can get the full extent of it.
Hell yeah.
So.
But I don't know. We're a new season, so you probably heard the new intro. What's the outro?
What is the outro gonna be?
We gotta have a song. We put Rose Petals as the press box episode, the hook. So we need to figure that out. So I guess we'll do that and then plug it in, huh?
Hell yeah, sounds good.
So,
But thank you guys for listening to the
Shout
first
out,
podcast.
shout out Gino,
shout
shout
out
out
Red.
Red.
Yeah, shout out Gino, shout out Red.
Season. I guess this is season 3 for the
Season
collective
3
as
first
well.
This is the 75th episode of the Golden Boys / the Collective. So
Wow. No, we'll take a second to say
shaking.
Cody Morgan, shout out Jesse, Jacob, Steven.
Yeah, shout out to all the new band member Steven Tony. He's the new rhythm guitar player for the Casanovas. So
Talk real quick, because I know, I'm sorry, but I feel like this is what I wanted to talk about initially, is to the people that made it this far, you're going to have a treat, I guess, because explain to the people your mindset in making this album to Shame a Casanova. How have you evolved since the creation of the idea to now?
I think it's like a ever evolving idea. Like, it's just something that's gonna keep changing. You know, it's not like a set in stone thing. Like at this point, our main goal is to just go in the studio and make a song every time. Like, it doesn't matter if we're feeling the song or not. Like, we mutually agreed that if we start something, it's best to just make a song to it, even if the song's a throwaway, because artists have hundreds of songs
Oh, yeah.
sitting on their phone. And honestly, I want to get to that point where I have fucking 50 songs ready to go. So honestly, at this point, Tashema Casanova is still being built. Like there are probably like 3 songs that I see being on it right now, out of like 8 or 9 that we have recorded. So along the lines of along the journey of making Tashema Casanova, it's just good. We're just gonna drop singles until we feel like we have 10 solid
Everything that's
songs
right for the project.
Yeah,
I think I should do a full 16,
It's
bro.
gotta make sense.
I was telling this guy, I was like, I was kind of telling him and Jesse, I said, dude, like at this point, like I think you can get a solid 12, like a solid 12 of like, let's bring 20 to 25 songs to the board,
We could.
and we war room this shit, and it's figuring out what vibes and what blends, you know. And I think like from the outside perspective of like seeing how it's been going on and stuff like that, is you're learning a lot more than I think you probably even anticipated making this. To be completely honest, I mean that in a good way.
I learn new things every fucking
Yeah,
time I'm in there.
and seeing this fool navigate and move and hit and go into all this shit is crazy. And shout out to Jesse, man. Like real shit. Shout out to Jesse.
Jesse's the glue.
Yeah, man.
Jesse
all
is
the
the glue.
equipment. There's a lot of time, a lot of money that's been put into
Jesse,
to upgrading this process.
Jesse has taken it upon himself to make our recording area as comfortable as it can be.
As comfortable and honestly getting to levels of legitimate too.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like he will randomly send me screenshots of like an Amazon purchase, and he'll just randomly drop $300 on
Damn.
a new set of headphones, or auxiliary cables, or XLR cords, like everything. He's just constantly making sure we have everything. It's crazy.
Fuck yeah, dude.
He's the most
Nick Bolton
he's-
just signed
he's-
with the Chiefs.
He's literally the most prepared person I know. I think like prepared. Like he has something for everything.
It's ready.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah, guys! I appreciate the listeners tuning in, listening to episode 1 of
Podcasts are
season
better
3.
with friend.
Podcasts are better with friends. Love
Wait,
yours, love your family. Be nice to everybody. Be happy.
We're gonna go through Cody's because Cody's he's been the outro. So we'll go to your shit real quick. Let's go through. We're gonna pick a song to be the outro.
Dude, what about
It's got to be like a vibey kind of thing. Not no fucking
Yeah.
sad boys shit.
Flavor.
how about we just make some like a specific like a
We're gonna make
specific
something
song?
after this. We're gonna make something after this.
Well, we'll see.
Cue it.
Cue it.
Cup full of something that'll knock you on your ass. Got the quarter wrap like I'm boasting with the sack. Got cheddar on my head when I touch down with the pack. Finna hit you like the bus, and I'm about to steal it back.
Yeah.